plans. Welcome, Sketchbook Heroes, Sketchbook Warriors. We have quite a lineup, which is great. We have from simple to complex drawings tonight, and that's the whole thing. I'm gonna show you actually how all that kind of stands. So here we go on my iPad, this little mock-up I made. Let's turn it around. There we go. And you can see there's 7 elements and 7 principles. What's really important in drawing is the first 3 elements. And basically, what are elements? What do you see? So if you ask yourself and you look around, what do you see? If you, as you look around in the world, you will see things that are made up of shapes, and that's how our main focus is, and form. These are the 3 you really need to focus on when you're learning to draw these elements. And then everything else goes on top of that. This is the foundation. And depending on how well you learn this stuff, it depends on how high your thing will go, your drawing skill. So subjects, you'll be able to draw abstract, still life, architecture, perspective, animals, figure drawings, portraits, digital art, logos, symbols, cartoons, caricatures, styles and movements, careers. All this stuff is rests on your knowledge and understanding of these elements and principles. And we focus on shape and form, and mostly shape. So you got to kind of understand what shape is and how it's made. So that's where this is. And somebody's put in color. They're doing color clocks, and color's way up here. Color's the icing on the cake. Color, you kind of should have, you don't have to have 100% understanding of this. It kind of builds on itself, but as you build your understanding of value is more important than color, making it lighter or darker, understanding texture and all that stuff. So we're going to jump into this. We've got some really great set of drawings tonight. I'm going to share my screen. Let's jump into them right here. Here's that color clock. Great stuff here. Awesome. And you're exploring color. That's what you need to do. Exploring color, explore line. And here we go. So we're going to jump to our drawings. There they are. These are the first ones we're going to do tonight. And then I'll just quickly go through these with probably post-Thanksgiving workout. I don't know, we can draw this. I'll probably draw this one really quick. And then I'll probably get into this one. The turkey will be really quick. It'll be a quick one. Some of these are going to be slow. We'll take our time. We might not draw those 2. This we can do. And then we'll probably take a step back and draw this cartoon, Andy Cap. We'll go over these. And we've got a Christmas scene. We've got some snow already, and some of these, we'll choose 1 or 2 of these to draw. And I think that's where we end the night. We end the night. But we'll see. We'll see how far we go. But we'll start with these. These are going to be pretty cool, pretty interesting. Let's start here. We'll start off with the dog. Let me post it here. See if that works. That worked? Nope, that didn't work. Let's see, copy image address. Go back over here. All right, so we're going to start off with the dog. There we go. Ooh, really small. Zoom in. Here we go. Yeah, that's as big as I can get. So let's break this down. So if you're brand new to here, we actually break down drawings. And I'm going to start off with this dog. Really simple, really basic. So if you're totally new to drawing, great. You can draw along. You can draw as many dogs as you'd like. I'm going to annotate this. We've got shapes. We're looking for shapes. The basic shape I always look for is squares and circles. And I like looking for squares and circles. And the head looks like a square, a rounded square, actually a square and a circle put together. And I can tell it's a little bit longer. So let's see what if we put a perfect square. I'm pretty sure it's right about here. A perfect square in there. Yep, you can see how it fits right there, and how it's a little bit wider and a little bit more rounded. Let's see, ooh, maybe a little bigger. There we go. Oh, actually, it's really close to square, but what's happening is it's really rounded. It does come out the sides a little bit. Now, what's crucial here, if I wish I could turn this, is the eyes and the nose right in the middle. If we break this in the middle part, you can see the eyes and the nose rest underneath that middle line, and that's what we're going to be looking for. You can see the ears also kind of about half the size of our square that we're going to start off with. Now that we have this unit, we can use that unit and bring that down here. You can see the body is that same height. that same height. So we're using, this is what proportions is. You're looking at, see how big one thing is compared to something else. And that's, you know, you just practice this. And if your proportions are off right here, nobody's going to be able to tell. But if your proportions are off on other things, you know, that's where it makes a difference. But you just practice on where it doesn't matter. So when you get to what does matter, it's easier. All right, so we've got this circle here. Now let's look for some more relationships. We're looking for relationships. We're looking for relationships. So here, let's see it. Let's look at this line here. Well, actually, ooh, I see this circle here. And there's a space. Look at that circle right there. Boom. But we can see a relationship between that circle and the square. We can actually draw some lines from here to here. Kind of see that angle. You can see that angle here and here. That kind of helps get this overall feel of the shape, the mass of it. But we know that this circle fits down here. The square, I'm sorry, fits down here in the space. And it does come out a little bit. All right, we're going to screenshot this one and we'll go ahead and do it. And then we'll pick up the pace. We'll go a little slow on this one and then we'll pick up the pace. This circle also is probably, let's see, half the size up here. Let's see, right up, bring it up. It's less. I'm looking at the distance because we know this is a circle. We can also look for relationships, how big the circle is. It's smaller than our big square up there, but it's in there. Let me see if I can bring another square down and see how that relates to that, how it comes out. Ooh, look at that, the way this comes out here. That's actually pretty neat. I'll keep that one there. I'm going to do one more square. Let's draw one more square. Especially if you're new, learning to break things down, learning to see it, and then you don't have to do it. I mean, once you do it, you can do this without, you know, without doing it. You can do it in your mind, kind of like seeing, oh, how big the head is compared to everything else. But that just comes with practice. All right, here we go. We have 2 squares. That'll help us get a good start. All right, let's get started. Let me screenshot this and send it out. All right, I'm sending it out through the chat. We got 12 people here. Ooh, here we go. We got something in the chat. Yes, and people like it, so I'm making 6 more to sell as fundraiser at the Corona Art Association. We'll see how it goes. Oh, awesome, awesome. Yeah, they look fun. They look great. Fundraising for your for the Color Clocks fundraiser, Corona Art Association. Huh, whoa, what happened? I don't know. Okay, here we go. Oh, there's a bone. All right, capture that. There we go. Everybody disappeared for me for a split second. All right, let's jump into this. Right, our first drawing of the night. We're going to have 2 squares. So if this is too slow, just hang in there or come back. If it's too fast, that's you could slow it down on the video tomorrow. I put it up. So the first thing we're going to do is try to draw a square. It's got the same height, same width. We got our square. I'm using a public library pencil here. It could be any pencil. I draw lightly, dry light to start off. There's my 1 square, and then I have my other square right below it. And that kind of shows me my drawing is going to fit. I know that the back side of the dog is going to come over here and how it's going to fit on my paper just by those 2 squares. All right, there we go. Let's see, where is, here's our dog. There we go. All right, so our dog's going to fit there. So first we're going to start off with the head. The head does come out a little bit over the top and a little bit on the sides. There is quite a bit of a curve on it. Almost like an oval, but I'm going to straighten out that side. Just come out over here. And, it doesn't come out that much on that side. I'm bringing it in. There we go. There's our oval shape. Now, when you're first learning to sketch, yes, your lines are going to be sketchy, and that's fine. Defining your line and getting nice, crisp lines does take some time. So there's the head. I'll zoom in. So we've got space for the head, space for the body. I'll focus on the head, but I can really quickly, lightly sketch almost how the body's going to fit in here, just because of these angles that I put in here. This whole body is going to kind of fit in here. I kind of made a line coming from up there, but I can see that the whole body is going to kind of fit in this space right in there. And I can actually even add my circle in there if I wanted to already. It does overlap this line a little bit, but we have a circle for that back leg that he's sitting on. It's going to go right about there, and I'm scribbling it in. All right, here we go. So let's focus on the face. Let's zoom in so you can see what I'm doing. I got the shape of the head. I'm going to break that in half. So right in half. And that's the middle axis line. And then we've got this axis line, helps our drawing become symmetrical. Again, when you're first starting to draw, you do this. Afterwards, after practicing, you just see it. You don't have to do it. Well, you just keep doing it. They're like training wheels. You do it until you get it, and then like, oh, okay, you don't have to do it anymore. And you get faster too. You get faster with your drawing. We've got the eyes and the nose. Let's get the nose in there first. Get that nose in there. How big is that nose compared to the eyes? Well, I can see the center of the eyes kind of a little bit off center, towards the outside, and the nose right in the middle. And how big is that? That's also almost really close to a square. It is a little bit wider. It really echoes the shape of the head. Really echoes the shape of the head. So, but right under our center line. And it's kind of like that. Let's get that. So it's a rounded square almost, rectangular. And there is a highlight on it. The highlight is in the top right quadrant. I'm making a little circle that's kind of go there, and then I'm going to shade everything else in. Here we go. I'm already doing shading. I usually wait for this for last, but we're just going to go from one thing to another. That's the process. The process is to look at big shapes first, and then go to the middle size shapes, and then detail. But I'm just kind of digging in everywhere right now. Well, in the head anyways. All right, we have some ears that overlap. They're oval shapes. They overlap. They're half the size of the head. So there's one's going to go on this left side, right in there. You can draw these dogs at your own pace. You can get creative with them. You can draw more than one dog as I'm drawing along. It depends on where your skill level. You got to understand what your skill level is, and kind of take ownership of your learning. Kind of have to practice drawing. I I learned the hard way, which is a good way to learn. It's because you make mistakes. You make mistakes, and then you're like, okay, how do I fix that? How do I make it better? How do I improve? And it's really first principles. You learn from first principles. You're like, oh, okay. But it's good to learn with direction. But how do you learn when you have direction, and that's all you count on? What do you do when you have a problem? That's a good thing. That's where first principles and having grit and not giving up, and it really helps. People, one little problem and people give up, they quit, or they get the cants in the pants. Like, oh, I can't do this. I can't. Got to break through those little barriers. That's what makes you a sketchbook warrior, sketchbook hero. Here's one eye, it fits right in there, and there's the other eye, fits right in there, kind of little upside down U's or letter N, little rainbow eyes closed. They're right about in there. They fit like that. And then you've got the W mouth right in here. Seeing how it fits. It comes down in here. I can see where it's going to go before I draw it. Like I'm drawing that little line right there. If you want to draw it, you can. Especially if you're new, see how far you're going to go, and then go ahead and draw it. I'm going to go ahead and draw that up, and then this side on this side. There we go. There's the mouth. All right, and let's draw the body. So here's the head. Let's if you need to erase that part, you can. but you can see the overlapping. Here's my eraser. I can erase this. It's a vinyl eraser. I like the vinyl erasers. They're pretty clean when erasing. This one's a Staedtler. When you're sketching, usually you practice your drawing, not your erasing, but yeah, sometimes you'll have to erase. Let's zoom out. Let's get the rest of this dog, and here we go. All right, so see where it's attached right here, how it's attached. If you look at the half, and over here, this it's about a quarter of the way. This body kind of attaches itself right in there, and then it goes around that circle that I kind of got, this bean shape. This is the shape I kind of see underneath. This is the structural shape underneath. This is going to help keep your dog solid, seeing this shape right here, because there's all this other stuff that's on top of it. So all this other stuff that's on top of it, don't let it confuse you. We have our circle right in here. That's where that's going to be the first top top drawing going to go. And this is overlapping. This goes on top. So here we go. We have our circle. I'm just going to draw this part. I already have it sketched in. Now I can just like almost trace it as I go around here, almost like the number 6. I can actually see the number 6 come up and around like that. See, it doesn't draw the whole thing. And all that little sketching is just shading now. I can go in there with a marker as well if I really wanted to, and finish this up with a marker at the end. And that would be like right in here, or a pen. See a nice, sharp, crisp line. And that just comes with practice. And this is what I would probably do at the end, and just clean it up with some ink. There's our back leg as it's attached. The body actually comes up a little bit in here, so I'm going to cut in. I can see that cut in, and then we've got that foot for this back leg that he's kind of sitting on. I see the angle that it's at. Every shape has an axis line. So there's these axis lines that I kind of did for the head, but this foot here is great to see that axis line because it actually comes up that way. It's not just an oval. There's an axis line, so it helps with direction. The direction of this shape kind of goes back up like that. So this oval is this shape in here where the foot is. And then we're going to pick up the pace for the other drawings. We'll pick up the pace. Right now I'm going a little slow. That's okay. I'm going too fast. Let me know I slow down. Put it in the chat. Ooh, somebody put some inspiring music in the chat. That's great. I can't put too much music because I've done it in the past, and it YouTube cuts it. So I'd rather not lose that. All right, there's the foot. And we've still got that other foot. The easiest part is that tail. The tail's going to be right in here, and I see this circle shape, and it's coming out right in here, right about there. And if this was a clock, again, this would be what, 9 o'clock, and right at 9 o'clock and a little bit below is that tail and how it curves up. And again, if you see this as a part of a circle, this would be actually probably even almost part of that size of that back leg, that circle, kind of this part. If we were to continue, goes up, curves around, and another challenge is getting that tail to be parallel or to be the same thickness all the way through. And it's a rounded, here's another round circle there. All these little shapes that this thing's made out of, little pup tail. There's our pup tail. All right. Let's do the other legs, and then we're done. That's it. We're done with this drawing. We'll speed up the other ones a little bit. We'll speed up as we go. Here we have this hind leg as well. Again, I'm looking at that axis line. That axis line that's kind of coming up in that direction there. And then I'm sketching it in. It's kind of like an oval shape, but then it's attached. It's attached here. I can see how big it is and how it fits, and how it goes onto that body. So it goes onto the body, and then it comes around and out, and then back up, like right in there, just like that. Notice how I sketched that shape in lightly. Although this is actually darker than I would do it. And I would do this all really quick. But I'm slowing down on this drawing. We'll go a little faster in the next ones. Our first drawing, we go slow. Then we speed it up. See where you're at. See where you can hang. See how much you can take. Make it a challenge. Yeah, if it's I tell my students, if it's like eating baby food all the time, you got to move on, Baby food, you might like it. And maybe that's what you want. That's great. But sometimes you got to try that table food. You got to try, something a little bit harder to chew. And you get used to it. And they're like, oh, okay, it's not that hard. It's not that difficult. And it's just practice. All right, there's the dog. The bone here, the bone is really the angle. Try to get that angle. I can see that part and the thickness of it. Then I've got two like oval shapes on each side for the ends of the bones. And then there's a little bit of overlapping happening. A little bit of overlapping as that oval kind of goes up and around. You can see how I use that shapes, the shapes underneath to get that structure. And then I just draw it on top. Oops, that would help for that bone. I'll do the top now. There we go, it goes up and around. And here it really doesn't, I don't know, it's doing some weird thing. And then this one's more rounded. There we go, there's our bone. Makes our dog happy. A little pup. And then he's got little eyebrows. I missed the little eyebrows on the dog. Little eyebrows. He's got a little eyebrow here and a little eyebrow there, just sticking out just a little bit. And there's our quick little pup. All right. Cute little dog. Now you can do a mama dog, a background. Use your imagination. Use a pen. Ink this out. There we go. See, I'm inking it out. You can use a marker. This is a really nice pen. I don't know what this is. 207. 207 ink pen. Yeah, when you're first learning, the materials don't matter as much. They don't. It's you're learning. Some pickleball too. We're learning pickleball, and we just got a basic, basic paddle. The paddles can be really expensive. Same thing with the art tools. And it's like, but you don't worry about that when you're first learning. When you're first learning, anything works. Because you don't want to be like, it's like driving learning how to drive in a Lamborghini. You don't need to do that. All right, so here we go. Let's do our next drawing. This is going to go a little faster. We're going to draw the, let's do one of these birds. Which one? We got that bird and this bird. Let's do the swan. Let's do both of them. All right, here we go. Let's do this. I'm going to break this one down. There's a circle in there. It's pretty big. Let's take a look. Where's my tools? There we go. Annotate tools. There we go. There we go. We have a circle in there. Right in there. Usually it's about this one. This one's really interesting. Something in the chat. All right. Let's see. Oh, sweet. Good job. Somebody posted their drawing in the chat. Oh, let me up. There it is. Great job. Ooh, side by side. That's actually kind of really accurate. That's great. I'm putting it side by side by the original, which is don't want to compare to despair, but that's really good. That's great. All right. Awesome. Let's see. Let's go back over here. Oh, now I can't get out of it until I do this. All right, here we go. Thank you for sharing. Here we go. So we got this circle here. Let's move it around. So this is not an oval. It fits really nicely here. That's where I kind of like it. And I like the way it kind of just like gets back here. And you got to notice the thickness of the neck. It's wider here and it gets thinner as it comes down. Wider and gets thinner. And then if you see the size of the head here, bring that down, that's the height of the neck. This is proportions, right? You can have your proportions could be right, but the placement or the distance of the head to the body, that's important too. So you can see that size of the head, that's the distance between the body. And then we can use that same measurement down here. Oh, look at that, fits right there really nicely. And the body's probably 1.5 times as wide as the head. So if we go to there, here to here, yeah, there it is, 1.5. Especially back here, there's that half right in there. So those are some relationships that we see, and we can use for our drawing improvement. There we go. And let's just dig in. I'm just going to dig in. I'm going to. There we go. Those are good relationships. I'm going to draw this as well. This helps as well, seeing these angles, because it's all really rounded. Seeing these angles here kind of helps as well. This would be like a triangle here, even there to there. That kind of helps. All right. Let's get this started. I'm going to screenshot it, send it out, and do this one. This one we're going to go a little faster. So if I go too fast, or if you want me to repeat something, put it in the chat or speak out. Or if you have questions, put it in the chat. All right, we're up to 15. Thank you for joining us tonight. We got our first drawing down. We're going to speed these drawings up. I don't know what level you're at, but we will be picking up the pace. Where's my chat? There it is. Screenshot. Here we go. Wow, everybody disappears after I do my screenshots. I don't know what's going on. That's really weird. I've never seen that before. All right, let's get this started. There we go. I'd like to see kind of like the whole thing, how it's all going to fit. I know I've got my circle for the head right there. I can do that just because you got to practice your circles. So if we do get to the hard part and you want to practice, you can practice your circles. Just practice drawing circles. All right, and then we've got our circle for our head. We know that that circle is going to be right below, because that's the neck. So I've got my two circles. Try to get them the same size. And that's the neck. And then the neck. And the body's going to be right below that. One more circle. I'm going to draw 3 circles and a half. Another half circle down here. And that's what I have. So I have the head, the neck, and the body, which is a circle and a half. And that's what I have. That's what I have. I didn't actually draw it out that well, but we'll do that. I did get these angles, so I'm looking at my drawing that I did put in the chat. There's this angle that's here, slight angle going out this way, and then the head does stick out a little bit, and then that angle down here for the back of that duck, this angle here. It's almost like a 45 degree. It's probably a little bit, 45 probably comes out a little bit more. It's a little steeper than 45 degree angle. Yeah, I'm looking at that, a little steeper. And then the tail. And then this whole body, this is where the whole body is going to be, right in there. I can already kind of get a sense of it. I didn't point stuff out as far as, oh yeah, that's, bring this back for that wing. But let's just go ahead and dig in. Let's just dig in. That's kind of like the structure and the placement, the size, the proportions that I'm going to use. But here we go. Let's just dig in. Let's dig in. All right. So the eye I can see rests again on the bottom center. So if we have the center of that line, the eye is right underneath that. And I would probably break this into fourths. And I would say it's a little bit on the inside right there.
Hey, Eladio?
Yes.
The camera's a little out of focus, I think.
Oh, yeah, it looks a little out of focus. Hold on, let me see what I can do. Oh, spotlight for everybody. Oh, it does look way out of focus. I don't know what's going on. Let me see. It's the first time ever, huh? Because my pencil's in focus. Let me see. There we go. Zoom out, zoom in. Oh, there you go. I think that's better. That better? Let me see. There we go. That should be better.
Okay, we'll try that.
All right. Yeah, I think it's plus I got a lot of sketchy lines. If I go darker, probably let me change my light. A little bit. I think that looks better. Okay. So we've got our circle, we've got it broken into fourths, and right under that middle line, we've got an eye. This eye looks like it has, yeah, right in there. It's a little bit off center to the left, this eye, and it does look like it has some kind of pupil in it. But I wouldn't worry about that so much. I actually would do make that a highlight and actually shade the whole thing, because a duck's eye or swan's eye is usually just like I don't know. We're gonna make it a big old bead of a dot. All right, so there's our eye. Let's get that nose in there. The beak angle kind of comes out this much and it comes back up in there. From there to there. Fits right in there. And then the bottom beak a little straighter and onto that. So if you're just getting here, we've showed the pictures we're going to have tonight. If you go to our meetup, the pictures are there, posted. We are going to be doing a Christmas scene, or not necessarily Christmas, a snow scene. All right, I have my circle here, and we're going to go out a little bit, bring it out. See that little bit of a crescent shape? It comes out this way, and then it attaches itself to the body. Yeah, right in there. And like right in there like that. Let's go ahead and there we go. That looks good. There we go. The bottom of this attach itself. And then bring it down and onto this. Now, ooh, all right. Cool. It is wider up here. I'm going to widen that up, and it does get thin, a little bit thinner as it comes down. Trying to get that on there, right? And then curve down onto the water down here. And let's zoom out so you can see. I got this shape down here. And this is kind of like the number 2. That's actually a fun way of drawing. We actually remember one of the early drawings in kindergarten starting with the number 2, and then we would make those into swans and into little other drawings with the number 2 in there. And I've seen all kinds of stuff done with a dog and boy, and it's all about practice. I might bring this eye a little bit higher, a little bit bigger. No, it's okay. All right, let's get this this feather in here, this wing. The wing is in here and it kind of fits in there. I see this big shape. See this big shape? We're going to break it down. What you want to do is see this kind of like tear shape, this tear shape, and how it fits in there. And there's a little bit of a swoop down and then a swoop up as it comes down in there. See that you should be practicing seeing the big shapes and then seeing the middle size shapes. This is middle size shapes, and then the detail. The detail is all the little the wings that kind of go on here. And there are, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. So that means there's a middle one, which is right in here, right in the middle. And then I can easily divide that top and the bottom. So here's the middle one, the top and the bottom one. It's just finding the center for that. And the top and the bottom ones, the bottom 2, it's just kind of finding the center for that as well. And then so this kind of comes up, this comes down, and I might bring this one a little bit further down, just so it kind of loops like this onto that wing-like shape. There we go. So this is the detail, but you had to see that big shape first. And being able to switch back and forth, being able to see the big shapes, small shapes, that does take some practice and some time to do. All right, there's that wing. Let's do this tail here. Let's see how many little things. We see this big shape. That's the big shape. And then now we can break that into smaller shapes. Let's see, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 again. It's a nice odd number, and artists use a lot of odd numbers in their stuff, and it's really good. If it's even, it's too flat. Having an odd number is more interesting. All right, and adds interest. So I can do it again. Let's find the center one, even though the top one, it's the center, kind of like leaf here, not leaf, a little oval shape, feather shape, and then you just find the center above it. The top one is going to be a little bit bigger, and then another one below it, and that kind of gives you the 5. The one in the middle, 2 above that, and 2 below that. You can see how I divided that. Divide and division. Division, that's what's happening here. All right, there's one. And also what's happening is a little bit of overlapping. So each one of these feathers kind of goes underneath that top one. So I'm kind of putting a little bit of underlapping as I come down on each of these, just slightly, a little underlapping. All right, and that was pretty quick. And then we have our waves, depending on how you want to do your waves. They're just little scribbles underneath. And there's our duck, our swan. Oops, little swan lake. There's our swan. All right, we're going to do the bird. Well, bird is going to go a little faster now. Could you please focus? Okay, even a little more. Is it still out of focus? I don't know what's. I can't really. I think it's in focus now. Somebody put that. I don't know what's going on. Okay, you're welcome. Yeah, I don't know. The camera's being a little funky. All right, let's go with the bird. I'm going to draw the bird. We're going to do the bird a little quicker. Pick up the pace. We got a bird, and we also have oh, that rhino. That rhino is a little more challenging. All right, here we go. So the bird, here we got a circle head, and we'll do this real quick so we can jump into our other drawings. Here we go. We'll just use that circle shape as our unit. And you do this also when you're drawing anatomy. Somebody asked about anatomy. We had 2 people ask about anatomy. Yeah, this is it. You're looking at proportions and relationships. You can see if we break this in half and half, how this eye is in this, it does come out to the middle. You follow it, comes outside that, but it's in that quarter, So now I'm going to use that as a measuring. I can see that the body is there 1 and maybe and a half. If we look at that angle going this way, or maybe even the width of this, yeah, you can see the width of that wing is about the same width of as the head. What else? See how long this is. We've got 1 here, 1, and it goes out to where those wings start. 1, 2, 3. Then the count. So we got 3. This is 1, 2, and 3. I wish I could just copy paste. It would make it so much easier. Let's see if they fix that. Oh, they did. They did. That's great. That's one of the things that they didn't have before. They change these tools. Look at that. Whoa, this is awesome. Sometimes you're like, oh, I wish they had it. And now they do. Paste. All right. It works. Wow. That's great. Other one was making things turn, but these, I don't know. I don't think I can make shapes turn. That's great. Oh, they fixed that one. Yeah, they changed the tools a little bit. Now we do have copy paste, which makes that great. Oh, wow. That really helps right there. You can see the angle too of those 4 circles now. And that should help quite a bit. All right, let's paste this one out, and we just learned something here. All right, everybody disappears. That's what happens. There we go. Let's do that. Capture and send it out, and let's get this one going. We're gonna do this one a little bit faster, and let's jump into it. All right, you can already see how it's gonna fit on our paper. You can see it's gonna fit. Try to get that angle. See how I can even start with that angle. It's going to be in there, and it's 4 circles. I know there's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and I can just like really quickly sketch them in, and then adjust. All right, so I can kind of see how it's going to fit on my paper. How big do I want it? All right, so I've got it about that big. I'm going to go ahead and start with my first the head. And I can see this angle. Angles really don't change. Angles don't change. When you're making things bigger or smaller, angles kind of stay the same. It's pretty wild. You kind of have to observe and see and realize, like, hey, angles don't change. No matter if I make something bigger or smaller, the angles kind of stay the same. All right, we have got our head. There it is. We are ahead. Now we can break that into fourths. And then the eye is really big in there. Funny story tonight. We had a physical therapist go to my mom's house tonight, and really liked. I have a painting there. And funny thing is that he was a former student of mine. He's a former student of mine. I'm like, what? Yeah, because I called at that time when he was there. And yeah, it's kind of funny. All right, we've got the head. I've got the eye. I broke this into fourths. It does come out just slightly of that piece of pie, but it's in that top fourth, that top right of that fourth. And then we've got the beak. How long is that beak? It's bigger than half. I would say here's half. I'm looking at how it comes out half. It's probably just a little bit bigger than half, but it comes off that middle, and then it does kind of come in like right there. There we go. There's the beak. There's the beak. Then it's got a pupil right in here looking up. That top part. And then all this is shaded. No highlight. There's no highlight. And then there's a worm in there. A worm. Oh. Another posting. Great. That's awesome. I'll share those right now. All right. And then we got the worm in here. The worm, that's detail, but I can kind of get the feel and the movement first. Kind of see this whole almost the center line. If I'm looking at the center line kind of the way it curves in here. Then I can thicken it up. Because I can see how it fits, how it curves, and how it fits in there. You want to capture the gesture drawing when you're drawing anatomy. Even though we're not drawing anatomy, this is a perfect example of the gesture drawing, trying to capture that gesture, that movement. And that's what we're doing with this worm. There's that gesture, that movement. Now I can thicken him up. The head is going to be right about there. Then the body. The body does taper, but on a worm, worms usually don't taper this much. Worms don't taper. They kind of they're pretty much have the same thickness, but this I'm gonna thicken them up at the bottom. And worms, I don't usually see taper that much. They're kind of like solid one shape, unless it's I don't know. We'll see. I'm the artist. I can change it if I want to. It's my party. All right, there's like a dot here for an eye. And then, you know what? This might be more of not a worm, some kind of bug, because it also has antennae. And usually a worm does not have antennas. So I don't know what kind of bug this is. There we go. Then there's the head. Make them smiling. Like, hey, where are we going? Where are you taking me? And then I'm gonna just round out the worm kind of shapes. What's a caterpillar? Okay, what are the stages? This would be a pupa. No, not a pupa. I don't know. My mind is blanking. I knew all this stuff. I used to teach this stuff. And, I did a mural with it too. It's I don't know, I'm blanking out right now. All right, here we go. There's the worm. Actually, even with a little bit of shade, kind of already making it three-dimensional. All right, let's get this other circles in here. There's one just to get the spacing. 2, 3, and that makes 4. About the same size. Doesn't have to be exact. We're just kind of getting our 4 circles in there. And let's get the body. All right, so the wing kind of comes up in here. There's a little bit of overlapping over the head. And it comes down into that second circle. And I'm capturing the big shape. I'm not worried about the little feathers, just this big kind of like heart shape. That's what it kind of looks like to me, this heart shape right in here. This whole heart shape leaf kind of thing that's happening here. There's that, and then you've got the body that kind of attaches itself to the head and kind of comes underneath all of that down to this second square. Yeah, right in there. There we go. That's it. That kind of helps get the placement. It does pull out a little more. This kind of the breastplate, or I don't know if that's another wing. I don't know. See, that's what makes this hard. I don't know what the artist was thinking when he was designing this. I think that's his body. Yeah, that's probably the chest or the breast, bird breast, chicken breast, turkey. All right, here we go. And then the tail. The tail comes out of the just a little bit further than that our other circle here, but it comes from there and it's out to there. And I can put those two, it's just two feathers, but they go out about that far. You see, and using that head as measurement, I can, you know, our proportions are going to be pretty good. Our proportions should be pretty good. Proportions. Two people asked for proportions, and there you go. Even with cartoons. But when you study proportions on bodies and humans, you got to know some of the landmark proportions. There's landmark proportions. All right, so I broke the tail into two. There they are. What are those landmark proportions? Well, there's the halfway point, and then there's other ones. All right, let's see. Here we go. This one's also kind of like a W in there. And it's, I went too far here. I'm gonna erase this tail. Doesn't go all the way that high. Erase a little bit. I usually don't erase. There you go. Here we go. So let's do that W that's in here. It's kind of like a W, a W. Yeah, right down the middle. It's these two feathers on this wing up in here. There's that W, and then everything else kind of just attaches itself around. There's like a heart shape right in there. And then this one kind of comes up and around. There we go. That's it. That looks good. And then it's got these little stick legs. All right. Just got to watch the angles. I'm going to thicken them up a little bit. I don't know. It's a little blurry. I'm going to thicken it up. Thicken these lines up a little bit. They do kind of go back like this at an angle. It's not straight up and down, slight angle. And then they go forward. And I'm going to change them up as well because they just kind of like, well, we'll see. Yeah, on these little legs, sometimes they got these little, as it goes around. But it does break out into three. I'm going to have it go down this direction, kind of flowing down, and then one more there in that direction. There's the feet, kind of the way it looks there. I thicken it up a little bit. There we go. Then it's on a stick, some kind of stick as it comes up. All right, we're picking up the pace. We're gonna draw. I'm gonna draw the hardest one without breaking it down. We're just gonna draw it. So take on that challenge. We're gonna draw that rhinoceros. We're gonna just draw it. I'm gonna break it down just by doing it, and we'll see what it looks like. Take a risk. We'll take a chance. Take a chance. Take a risk. We'll see what happens. This back. Try to keep the continuity on that stick as it comes underneath that bird. Shade it in if you want to, produce a little more contrast where that stick is. There we go. Early bird gets the worm. It's always good to be early. But yeah, the second mouse gets the cheese. What that means is I have to explain it. Yeah, it's there's problems with being too early sometimes. Yeah, I was at the bleeding edge of technology. Bleeding edge. So here we go. I'm just gonna do this. So I'm gonna start off with a circle. All right, I'm gonna start off with a circle. That's where the head's gonna be. This one's gonna be just gonna go for it. We'll just do it. We'll just do it, and we'll do it really quick. There's the head. The beak is gonna kind of come out here. So he's really out of proportion. He's not realistic proportions at all. But there's like a beak shape that kind of comes out in there, and then the body kind of comes off of that, and it's this kind of like rectangle shape in there. That's what I see as far as the big shapes, and then we can start breaking that down into something a little more where the things are. There's tusk, I believe, the Tuscany, right about there, that thick and that curve. It's almost two circle curves. It's that circle there, circle here, and then it's got a curved top that goes right there, and it's attached, so it kind of goes there. This is a complex shape. This shape here, it's kind of like two circles. Let's see, let's draw one. So one circle there, and then another circle like next to it. See, that's what's happening there. And then I'm rounding it out, and yeah, and then they come out a little bit more. Yeah, that curve. Well, just curved it a little more. There we go. All right. So is that next little tusk right on top, underneath that, little, almost like a triceratops, but it's a bitops, I guess. So there's only two, like a bicycle. There it is, right there, right on that part, and then this just slopes up and onto our circle. And there that is. Let's get that little beak right in here. See how it comes out and then down to a point. Then it comes up. Let's get that little smile in there. And it's a little swervy curve. It goes up, then down, and then up. See, kind of like a upside down S shape or backwards S. And then a little cheek mark line. There we go. That's it, right in there. Get that bottom lip. It's a little rounded right in there. See how I made it rounded right in there? Round it out. Pushes up, then pushes down, around, and up. Up in here. It stops right in there. Up in here. I'm about to lose my mind. There we go. There's the head. And I can see the eye in here, See, I start off with that circle. I'm kind of changing it off a little bit. But I can see the eye, it fits in this half. And at this angle. So I'm actually using that angle there on that circle. And then like right in here, how it fits. That big old smile. Cartoon rhino. There we go. The most complex one, we're doing it really quick. Again, feel free to put stuff in the chat. Let me see. Where's everybody? Oh, here we go. There we go. All right. Happy to see you. All right. We got more people. Thank you for joining us tonight. We are picking up the speed. There we go. I did the highlight in here, the highlight for the eye. You see this oval. Notice the angle. Again, notice that angle. So all shapes have an axis line. You see that axis line that kind of helps this axis line here too. I kind of did it at that angle. Beginners always miss that, the angles of stuff. I'm going to shade all this in. If you have questions, put them in the chat. We are starting simple. There will be some shading later. Right now, I'm working at, this is an HB pencil. There we go. There's the eye. It's shaded. All right, we're up to 20 now. Or 19. Somebody else just joined us. Thank you for joining us. Ellen in the house. Thank you for the pictures. Awesome. Good to see you.
Yes, it is I.
Awesome.
I take a 4-hour nap, so I'm an hour late and you start without me?
Oh, yeah. Try to start on time. And I don't know. You were out. Some days I'm glad you're here though.
Yeah, I'm not the healthiest person.
Well, hang in there, hang in there. Do what you can. We gotta fight the good fight. All right.
That is a really cute dinosaur.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like it could be a triceratops, but I think it's a rhinoceros. Rhinoceros. And yeah, it's really cute. It's got a big eye. That's what really makes it cute. And then,
Yeah, it's the eye.
yeah, that really big eye. Now, the ears overlap and there's underlap too. So hate to jump from topic to topic, but we've got the body, and then the head kind of curves onto this, and I'm getting a little bit of a flow as it comes down, and then it goes around this back part because there's like a rump, right? A rump in there, and then it comes forward and then down. I didn't break these feet down, but there's like I can put one square here, and I can see one square there, and another square back here with the space. There's another foot like in the middle, right in there. But that's those feet are kind of go in that space, and a little bit of an angle. Yeah, there's a little bit of an angle. There we go. And then the tummy cuts in here. A little tummy. All right, and we'll get the ears right now, but I kind of just blocked everything in, so you can see kind of where everything kind of is blocked in really lightly. I would do this lighter usually and really quick, and then do this, and so I can see. Here we go. Let's do the ears now. One on top, right in there, right in here. This is the main ear, and I'm just putting an oval in there for now, like an oval, and then the other ear right in front of that one. As far as this one comes up, probably a little bit. Yeah, it's not the same. Right in there, another oval. I just, even though I start off as ovals, that just kind of takes the space. Let's get a little bit closer so you can see what I'm going to do. It actually kind of pushes out a little bit and then pushes back like that, almost like a shark fin. Even though I start off as an oval, that just helps me get started. And this one, I guess, I don't know if I'm going to shark fin it as well. But yeah, put a little bit of a point around the back out a little bit more. There we go. There's that other ear, and how it overlaps, how it's in front of the head. And then the inside ear. I'm going to start from here and bring it down and then curve it out. Yeah, he is cute. There we go. There it is. Kind of like a teardrop shape. It's kind of curving around like that. Just around and around. All right. We're almost done. Get to our next drawings.
So adorable.
That's not Jessica. It sounds like Jessica. All right, here we go.
I'm Shelly.
Shelly. Hi, Shelly. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for participating.
I'm gonna come again. I came one time like a long time ago. You were doing flowers, but you know,
yeah.
life happens.
Yeah,
You
sure
remember?
does. Yeah. We did flowers. Well, thanks for coming back. Working
I
on.
love you. Your
Oh, great.
teachings are. I'm curious. What motivates you to do something so kind? Like most people, they will charge money for teaching things, you know, and you're like just doing this wonderful thing, teaching people how to draw like for free. What motivates you?
What motivates me is I see the importance of this, and I also want to build. There's there is a bigger why, and that's the thing. You know, there's other stuff that's going on behind the scenes that really motivates me. I know, because we've had bombers, we've had all kinds of challenges, and we just keep going. you know, but yeah, I want to put something positive out there. You know, we've been doing this for 3 years now. This is going to be 3 years. We started 1 December 3 years ago during the pandemic, and then just kept it going even through my retirement. I retired last year, but I want to get a course going and get that out there for free as well. From
Wow.
yeah. So I'm working on it. There's some
That's
big
really
things in
kind.
a book. Let's see.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh, no, it's all good. Thanks for asking though. Yeah, we got
Yeah,
the
I'm curious.
that's great. That's what it takes, curiosity. We wish more people were curious and asking questions and lived in wonder, and we live in amazing times. People take it for granted.
Oh, that's a sweet thing to say.
Yeah. There we go. Putting on the nails. There we go. Just a couple of nails. And then the tail. And I think we're done. Yeah, we're done. It's a little tail. And we're gonna be done with our little rhino. It does curve out a little bit, and then this curves out. Yeah, we did some great flowers, and I got to fix all those videos. I'm going to take a break and try to get all those videos. I mean, we have them on our website, on our YouTube channel now, because the first year we didn't put them on the YouTube channel. I didn't think I probably didn't even record some of them, but we have a YouTube channel. Let's go to that. Now that you're asking, let's see. Here we go. Our YouTube channel. Wait a minute. Am I sharing the right thing? I don't see a thing up here, but yeah, if you go to absolutebeginner.org, it takes you to, you can also, not anymore. Let's see, you can also, I can show you what, actually, we can show you what's happening now with our thing here. Let's see, reload. No, it's not going anymore. Yeah, it's because it's this browser does it. Yeah, we'll just go straight to our YouTube channel and let's go to YouTube. So if you do a search for us, actually you can do a search for Sketchbook Hero. So if you do the @ and then Sketchbook Hero, Sketchbook Hero, that works now. Do a search for Sketchbook Hero. And there we are, the Sketchbook Hero, and this is the drawing we did last time. There I am. We have T-Rex painting. I just put this one up, part 2. I put that one up right now. And then drawings we did the 26th in October. We've got other drawing things. That's somebody else. You can go to our videos. There it is. Yeah, there's our that's not my video. Who is that? I don't know. You'd have to go to our channel. If you click on, here it is. Click on this. There we go. Yeah, you can see this. Playing with the banner here. I'm playing with the banner, trying to fix things up. We do have another channel. Let me see. Playlist. No, it doesn't see community. That doesn't. I haven't done that. I do have other channels though. The other one is going to be Sketchbook Warrior. But anyways, all our videos are here. So if you click on videos, Sketchbook Hero, click on videos, then you can see all our videos. We have almost 100 videos now. 99 videos. Yeah, tonight is 100 videos. When I post tonight's video, it's going to be 100 videos. Yeah, so we have 100 videos. The flowers are in here too. The flowers are in here. Now here's the anatomy one. This one's a good one for anatomy. There's the anatomic middle and different ones. That's a good one. March 29th. Some basic stuff. Yeah, so I got to cut these down. There's a flower right there. That was a good one.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, you got a butterfly one too.
Yeah, this butterfly right here. Yeah. Bird, basic shapes. Yeah. Oh, this bear one is cute. Yeah, that's cute.
Oh, that one would be
Sexy.
a good one if I learned that I could teach that to like some little kids.
Yeah, here's another butterfly. Yeah. This frog is a good one. This one is a good one. July 14th. This is a good one because they have faces in there. This one has a really good one. This one also has faces too, but this one's good. Yeah, both of those. Yeah, you can go through them and see them.
Oh, I like the cube. Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
I've been wanting to do like an ice cube.
Oh, cool. There you
Yeah,
go.
there's a scripture it goes with. It says, the heart of many will wax cold because iniquity abounds. So I want to put that scripture with an ice cube.
Oh, cool. Cool. Nice. Yeah. And there you go. So Sketchbook Hero, at Sketchbook Hero and YouTube will bring you here. And you'll see this change.
That's
All right,
so
let's go to our next.
cool. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, yeah. Oh, that cat. Look at that's one of our
Yeah,
that
so
we
cute, that cat.
yeah. Alrighty. There we go. I'm trying to find our pictures for tonight. There we go. Drawing flowers. All right. If you see your name. There we go. There we go. Drawings for tonight. Here we go. Right there. So we're back. Oh, there's this fox. Fox is cute. I think we're going to do the fox. Let me see. All right. Let's do the fox. We've got quite a few drawings tonight. That's a good one. It's still life. I don't know if we're going to do the fox. There's the fox. Oh, the turkey too. What I like about the turkey is the spacing here. That's hard to get. I mean, you can see this egg shape of the body, and then that's about the same space here. I actually can measure it out. Something in the chat. Sorry, still working on it. Do you want to hear a construction joke? Sure. Joke of the day. Oh, I read the punchline, then read the joke, then read the punchline. That's funny. So do you want to hear a construction joke? Sorry, I'm still working on it. Construction. It's being constructed. And that's how we're going to show you how this turkey is being constructed. Yeah. I know this pizza joke, but it's too cheesy. All right. Yeah. All right. Actually, there's a pizza joke. The pizza joke goes, how do you cut a pizza? You use Little Caesars.
That was good.
Yeah.
I like the cheesy one and the construction. I'm gonna use that.
Yeah, that's cool. All right, so the body's this oval egg shape. There is a slight tilt to it. When I wish I could tilt this. One day I will. Like we can make copies now. Can copy, paste. There it is. We can copy, paste. That's so cool. Well, they did that for us. But there is a little bit of a tilt. There it is. I told you. It's about, the head is about a body shape away. We're looking at these relationships. You can see that the tail is a little bit less than the body here. But that should help a lot. Let's see. Oh, I'm going to go ahead and paste that. We'll draw this one really quick. I'm going to draw this one really quick. So we can go to the still life. We're going to spend a little more time on the still life. I'll draw this really fast. See if you can, this is going to be even faster than this is going to be faster than our other one we just did, the rhinoceros. I'm going to draw this really fast. I said fast on the rhinoceros. This one's going to be even faster. We will take our time with the still life though. The still life. We're going to do the still life next. And then we're going to do snow scenes. We've got some snow scenes that are up there. So let's get this started. All right, here we go. We're going to start off with the oval. I'm going to draw this really quick. See if you can stay with us. All right, here we go. Let's do this oval. Then we'll do the still life, and then we'll do the snow. So we got two sets of drawings. All right, here we go. Here's our oval. I'm going to draw a little faster here. So, oops, am I sharing? Are we doing good? Let me see. There we go. Yeah. All right. There's our oval. Has to be a little bit wider, so I'm widening it up a little bit. I can see that fit right in there. Then I've got my other oval right about there. And yeah, let's get it a little bit wider. Like that angle. I can get the center and the center. See that angle of those two ovals. They're about the same. Not perfect, but that's a really good start just to get it going. And I know that there's a slight angle to it too. Slight, very slight angle. Not even a big deal. But I know that the tail kind of comes out here and fits in here like this. See, I'm seeing this big shape in there. This for this tail. This tail kind of goes in here. This right in there, a little beyond our first oval, or one of their ovals. Now it kind of goes in here, kind of that shape in there. That's the shape of the tail of the turkey. And then I can see a hand right in here. I can put the hand in there. It's actually more of a square, but I can use like a circle just to fit it in and see how that arm kind of shoots up and over onto that hand that's right about there. I'm just blocking stuff in. It's trying to get the size of it, trying to see how it all fits. We got the other hand over here. It's about this big, looks bigger. It goes right about there, that other hand. Am I straight? There we go, that other hand. And then how it attaches. I am drawing faster, so hang in there. And then we've got this other, oh, the foot. The foot is almost like a triangle. I can see that triangle right in here, that triangle shape. And then that turkey leg and how it curves out. This turkey leg right there. Then other turkey leg down here. It's almost a circle. It's a little bit of an oval. Comes out here. And then I can see this triangle shape. Again, don't look at the detail. Try to see the big shapes first. See this big shape right in here, this triangle, almost like a triangle right in there. See that triangle, how big it is and how it fits. And then we can get all the detail afterwards and fix that up. Here we go. And then the head comes up here, and the head is up in here, up in here, kind of like going up right in there. That's it. All right, so I'm going to start with the head. I've got it all blocked out. Kind of where everything's kind of go. Let's do, if I break that in half, I can see that the eye is kind of like right about there. Almost a perfect circle. No, actually, it's quite off. It's not a perfect circle. I kind of like is off. Close to a circle. There we go. It does push up right there. And then you've got the other eye that's bigger right next to it, right about there, a little bigger. That's that other eye. There's our eyes. So we've got our two eyes. Get one pupil right in there, oval shape, and then the other pupil right in there. And the placement and all that stuff. There we go. There's our eyes. And here's the wattle. I think we learned that last year, the wattle. I think we drew a turkey last year too. Gotta look that up. There we go, as it curves around. Up and down, and then around, kind of like that. There we go. I didn't break that down too well, but I'm drawing more of a shape than line. I'm really seeing the shape and how it kind of, as I'm drawing this here, I see this up here and how it kind of curves around. A little more advanced skill, but it takes some practice. It takes some actually exercises too. Those exercises will be coming as I do them in video. There we go. Here's the shape of the head. And then let's get that beak in there. The beak is underlapping. We got that head, and we've also got some worried eyebrows. There's one eyebrow here, and then another eyebrow on this side. Let's do that beak as it comes down there, and then there's goes under that cheek or that wattle a little bit. So it's like a little bit of a crescent moon. There we go. We're going to have a solar eclipse next year in April sometime. That's pretty exciting. Total eclipse of the heart. Yeah. We're coming down to the end of the year as well. December is going to go by really quick. We're going to be out next week. And then I don't know what other days, but keep a lookout for that. It's been quite a year, a lot of conflicts. You've got Ukraine and Russia, and then you've got other conflicts, Israel, and now you got Hall and Oates kind of going through conflict as well. So,
Of all the things that you've ever drawn, like what's your favorite thing that you've ever drawn?
wow, favorite thing that I've ever drawn. Wow. Favorite thing. I don't know. It's hard to kind of like measure that because I just like drawing. Favorite thing that I've ever drawn. You know what? There's a painting at my parents' house that I like because I did put a lot of time and effort, and I was 17, and I started, well, altogether it was probably about a month's worth of work, and that's you know, that one is pretty good. I kind of liked it. Was an Aztec painting. That's pretty cool.
One of my two favorites of yours is the shoe you did for your audition for art school.
Yeah, that's one of them. Yeah, that's in that
My
same room.
My other favorite of yours is the Velasquez painting of the court scene.
Oh yeah.
I posted that as a joke, but I'm still amazed at how well you did that. I didn't think you could. And then you drew that amazing picture.
Yeah. I mean,
no offense to you. I just thought it was too complicated for the class. That's why I was amazed. I don't mean to insult your abilities.
No, not at all. But yeah, the thing is
Yeah.
breaking things down.
Yeah, that was impressive. You got to show people that.
Yeah. All right, so yeah, here we go with the turkey. Yeah, I'm I don't know. We'll see. I'm that's why I'm kind of cutting the classes a little bit because I want to organize all those pictures and videos and kind of like, you know, create something that will showcase all that and showcase these videos because they're 3 hours long. If I cut them down, just okay, here's the drawing of the turkey. I'll have this is a thumbnail, and then, you know, and I'll definitely cut it up, make it shorter. Step by step. There we go. All this little detail, all this detail. See, now I'm just drawing it in there without explaining it, but just do the best you can. There we go. See the hand, the way the fingers overlap in here. It goes in there. The thumb, that thumb shape, and this arm kind of swinging around in here onto the body. There's that
It's
arm.
funny about the details.
Yeah.
The details are like the smallest thing, but like they have the most effect on a drawing.
Yeah, they do, but yeah, it does and then it doesn't. So the seeing this big structure is important because that's the structure of the house. That's what you don't see, because you can have it all, you know, the detail, but your proportions could be off, things could be off, and the detail does, you know, add to it. I mean, it kind of all comes all together. It's orchestrated, but it's being able to see all the parts. Definitely, the detail makes it look more complicated, more. I think the detail, what it is, I call it the icing on the cake. So the icing, you know, it's the sweet part, like wow, you know, it is the wow. But if your cake is not solid, then, you know, the icing can only help you so much.
Oh, that's a good analogy.
Yeah. So there's the body. And I can see breaking it down. So it's a big shape. Here's the big shape for the fan of the tail, and then I can start breaking it down into the feathers. There's one there, and there's, I can see it in parts. There's like 3 here, 1, 2, 3 right about there. There's this really big one right here. Actually, that's part of the third one, right in there. This big third one, and then there's 3 below that. See, this one right here is almost like key. So there's like 4 up there, and then there's 3 below this. So I can easily see 3 right in here. This 1, 2, and 3. And that breaks it up already. That breaks it up. This key one here helps me break this 3 underneath and the 3 above. So that's 3, 6, 7. There's 7 of these little fans, and they kind of go in there in that area. And now I can just kind of like just go around here with a little more confidence. And you build your confidence. You build your confidence little by little. You build your confidence by doing what you can. And you do what you can, and you build your confidence. And before you do it, know it. You just, you have more confidence. Because everything's hard at first, everything's hard. Pickleball. and I'm getting better. I'm getting good at that, actually getting good at pickleball. It's fun. There we go. This one comes up. I can see how far that one goes up, and then this one goes up and is attached a little differently, but I can make those adjustments. See, boom, that tail. And then you've got this double line in here. 1, 2. And that just goes all the way up as well. Kind of wiggles. I can, if I'm not feeling confident, do it light, okay, I'm gonna, goes here, goes here, goes here, curves there, curves, so something like that. So then now I like that. And now I can do it darker. You build your confidence, you work at it. And if you know that you're not, confident, it's something, okay, I'm not confident, but I'm going to work at it. I'm having trouble with this. Okay. That's what I'm going to work on this till I get it. And I've broken it down. I've broken drawing down. So you focus on, one thing at a time till you get it. So all those drawing lessons, you'll see in January. I'm hoping to have it up in January. I was hoping to have it up a while back, but yeah, things happen. All right, here we go. Let's speed this up. All right, so I'm almost there. I'm kind of yakking a little way. So there's a thumb in here. That thumb is attached right in here. See, I saw that oval shape, and then I'm attaching it like that right in there, like that. Bringing it back. Then the fingers, there's the kind of like a middle finger right in here. And there's some overlapping. This other finger here overlaps. It comes down. There's that oval again. And then it overlaps that whole shape right in there like that. Almost like what is that? An upside down 6? I don't know what that is. Right there for that finger. And then you've got this other finger that's back in here. Bam. Yeah, see. There's those fingers. And then it just curves around. 1, 2. That finger. Yeah, the exercises are going to be good. Once I get those exercises. Yeah, you got to know what pace you're at, what questions you have. Being curious is great. How does this work? How does that work? How does, oh, see this foot right here that goes in front of our oval shape. So let's do this foot first before I get more into the body, because this is in front. I've got this shape here. You've got 3 toes. These 2 toes are together, and then you have this one that's kind of like hanging on its own. So it kind of goes up right in there. And then it curves up onto the turkey leg. Comes back down. Notice this thickness of that. A little bit of a curve. I'm going to capture that curve that's here. And then there we go. There's 1 foot. Could have broken it down a little bit more, but I'm going kind of fast now. I'm just drawing it out. That's the thing, people learn to draw and then they forget how they do stuff. They just do it. And it's hard for them to explain. So that's when you see, like, first you draw a circle and then they show you the finished drawing, but they don't show you all the steps or the stuff that's in between. And it's like, oh gosh, how'd they get there? I would always just draw the last picture without understanding the importance of all the in-between drawings. Well, because I didn't know the importance. Now I do. To help get structure, to help get, you know, how it all fits. All right, there's just little feathers around here. And then all this bottom is kind of smooth around it. There we go. There's a couple feathers in there. Almost there, almost there. Oh, we just need the foot, bottom foot, and this little feather marks. Another feather mark up here, I think. Little squiggles. And this foot, and we're done. All right, let's get this foot. All right, so it's kind of like an oval shape in there. Oval shape. Then you've got, and there's that overlapping. Notice how it overlaps or underlaps the body. Then it goes into three, like a little W, like in here, like a little skirt or a little ruffle. I don't know what's in there like that. There is a knee that kind of comes down, knee, and then comes back up into this triangle shape. Now here we go with the triangle shape. Kind of aims to that top of that triangle. And then we've got these three toes kind of coming out right in here. I might make it a little bit bigger now that I'm looking at it. Just a little bigger right in there, kind of like that, making it fit. There we go. I see I'm even still making adjustments as I'm drawing it. It's 1, 2, and 3. There it is. Oh, that's it. And we're done with the turkey. The turkey is done. Shade it, color it. That's it. Add a little detail. You can see their post-Thanksgiving workout. Man, Black Friday sale. All right, here we go. Let's do the next one. Hopefully that was pretty quick. I don't know. Wow. We've got this cute little fox. That's really cute. Just draw it real fast. I'm going to sketch this one out really quick. It's got an interesting shape. And we got this oval shape of the head. Kind of comes up. Let's see how this, maybe even this is going to be faster. Let's do some fast drawing here. So we got the oval shape. We got the shape of the top of the head. And we've got one ear. Another ear. And these ears are kind of like almost football shapes, rounded football shapes. Right in there. Let's see. Right in there. The nose, it's symmetrical. So if we got our symmetrical line, symmetry there. The nose way at the bottom down here. It's rounded, kind of like almost triangle. It's got a highlight at the top. Highlight at the top. Look at that shape. And then kind of a smiley face. A little bit of a smiley face. It's kind of like the dog that we drew earlier. It's got this, it's pretty straight. It does come down, and then it curves out. Try to capture this form here, around here, as it kind of loops. Kind of missing that. I don't know what it is. It's kind of like a fox or interesting little hair. Fur. Somebody was asking about fur. How do you shade fur? Well, there's several ways. Let's see. Well, we'll talk about it. Like here, you can see here that this top part is they're just putting like a furry edge, kind of like that. And you almost have to pull your pencil like a paintbrush, like this. See what's happening there? Kind of like it's hard, and then you kind of like lift. You can kind of get that, and that's just really comes from practicing it and trying it. Like here, these whiskers, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm just gonna go out, see, push it, pull out. Yeah, it's really getting to know your materials. And that just comes with practice and just doing it, just pulling it and doing this. Like here, you know, this would be just a good practice at the beginning of a drawing, or you're drawing in a sketchbook. You know, you can practice textures, you can practice, and it's just doing it, practicing it. There we go. So there's the inner ear. That's shaded in. And it gets a little lighter as it comes in. It's soft. The outside is sharp. And then as it comes in, it gets lighter. These eyes are interesting. I'm finding like where they kind of go here. Probably I'm going to bring them down a little bit lower, right in there. I can see where it starts and where it stops, or where it fits inside. And then I can bring that same measurement and kind of say, okay, this is where kind of that eye is going to kind of go. So I can see the distance of where it's going to go. I can kind of see the placement. And then, and I can see it comes down and then it curves kind of like this. So it kind of comes down at an angle and then it curves. And now I can thicken that up. And there is a little bit of form to it. So it's going from thin to thick. And then it's kind of stays thick. Kind of like that. There's one eye. Do the other, just flip that same thing. It almost looks like I want to say a tilde, what that is. That's on your keyboard, right next to the number 1. It's that little kind of like I think it's called a tilde. Yeah, that's what's happening here. Let's get that little S, kind of lazy S shape. Simplify. There's our eyes. Put a little texture. Do the same thing with this other ear. And I think it goes dark at the tip. It goes dark at the tip. I don't know what kind of box this is or what this is. It looks like a drawing from a drawing from a second. This looks like second generation, which is fine. It's best to guess first generation, or first, what do they call it, first when you're doing a report, or first hand. Yeah, because every copy you kind of lose information. Even with my copy of a copy of a copy, you start losing some information and feel. And there's the head. Here's another hand right in here. There's one right here. I'm drawing the oval where it's gonna kind of go. The other one, another oval right next to it, where that kind of goes, to see how it fits and how it underlaps under the face. And I think my eyes are too big. Yeah, there's more space there. I think I did my eyes too big. I can pull this out, maybe erase a little bit.
It looks really cute though, like that. It does.
Thanks.
That is one cute wolf.
Mm-hmm.
You could, did you ever do like a book? You could like do a book with your art. You can make like children's books.
Yeah. Those are
You've
great.
done that before?
Yeah, I've done different things. I've done different things. But this is where I'm at right now. Yeah. Well, we'll see whatever comes.
That's cool. Oh, you're really good at. I'm really grateful that you're doing this class. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
How do you say your name?
Eladio, or Eladio.
Eladio. Okay. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. All right, then we got this tail here. This tail, and I did my sketch lines over it. I can erase those right now. But we've got the tail that's in here, and then it attaches itself to the body, kind of like in there like that. Trying to capture that whole shape and form, and it is attached. So I mean, if this was an oval in there, you can see how it kind of connects, the construction of it. All right, let's see. And doing it kind of, somebody asked about the fur, and just really just kind of like making the pencil kind of just go out as I do it. I come around. And here we have a back leg as well. This back leg, just kind of like the dog and that other drawing we did. Oh yeah, the turkey has that back leg, turkey leg. It's just part of that circle. And there is shading in here and there. Add a little bit of shading in there just to differentiate that. That just comes with practice. Here we go with the feet. Let's do the feet and then we're done. So there's the feet. There's kind of interesting things happening with the feet. There's like little paws. and they're just rounded here. There's one paw there, another paw here, and I'm rounding it. Notice how I'm rounding it and how it overlaps. So what's happening is there's like a circle here and then another circle here that kind of goes under that. And then this other one goes under that. And that's what's happening here. This paw as it's attached. There we go. You can see that paw now. And then there's little nails that are in it. So I'm going to do a little circle and then bring that down as a point. Like that. See, there we go. Do the little, kind of like a little circle. And then bring that down as a point. Here's my other pencil. There we go. Same thing here. One more little circle and then down as a point. Up to that little claws. Yeah, they're still wild animals, no matter how cute they are. Yeah, so you gotta be careful with them. I know so many people try to keep them as pets, but then when they get bigger, they get rid of them. Yeah, during the pandemic, a lot of people, even just dogs, they got pets, and then after, didn't know what to do with them when they had to go back to work. All right, there we go. Our little claws. There's shading in there. There's a little bit of shading as it comes underneath this little dark area, and then and it comes out. Yeah, the shading. I could probably spend more time on the shading because there is more shading and stuff going on. Work on the practice the hair. There he goes. A little more shading, I guess, on this cat or fox. It's hard to tell. All right, it is too cute. All right, we got some vegetables. Let's do this. We're gonna do some shading. We're gonna do. We did this elf December 8th. Oh yeah, the fingers on my elf are much too small. Yeah, proportions. Somebody sharing their elf. Wow, this is last year. Oh yeah, Liana. But you see, that's just proportions and practice. Oh, the overlapping too that we just kind of did right now with the little animal we just did. Yeah, there you go. The shapes and the ears, really similar to today's drawings. It's got that same ear, has that same shape for that fox. Yeah. And then the fingers too. You see, the more you practice, the more you start seeing this stuff. So I mean, if we go back, hey, what happened? I lost it. Hopefully I didn't lose everybody. There we go. This. There, yeah. But I lost the picture. It's all right. I'm just trying to make a point. All right, so we're going to draw this. It looks a little complex, and it is. This will probably, I don't know, what time is it? 8:09?
Claudia,
Yes.
in case you're interested, I did post some pictures of some ice cubes.
Oh, some ice cubes. Oh, great. Yeah, I don't know. We've got this, and then we've got let's see, we've got all the snowscapes. Andy Cap too. Yeah, the snowscapes. I really liked all of them. They all have you know, something good about them. I kind of like this one. It is a little dark. I like value-wise, it got some good shading. They need a little more contrast in some things, but the shading is nice and dark. Yeah, that's actually pretty cool. It's nice in here, like the snow that they have in there. And let's check to see. Let's see if they have. I think I have to refresh to get the ice cubes. There we go. The ice cubes should be here. Let's see. And oh no, ice cubes are not showing up. Let me see. Maybe refresh it one more time, or maybe I need to go back. See what those ice cubes look like. All right, so we'll do the still life. We'll do the the snowscape. That's the life we're gonna do right now. We'll break it up. Handicap, we'll have to wait. We'll do one of these snowscapes and we can vote on it. There's an ice cube. Funny. I was expecting to see a
That-
different ice cube.
A,
There's-
a dozen, well, a couple dozen pictures of Ice Cube. The person came up when I typed in Ice Cube.
That's funny. And there's an ice cube. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, cubes are a basic form. Look at that one. That one's cool. Literally.
I didn't add a picture, but do you think we could add maybe a flower to the voting?
A flower to the what?
How to draw a flower to the, you said we're gonna vote on what image to draw.
Oh, yeah. Sure. You can
Maybe.
try to add a flower in there. Even though it's snow.
So he's so cool. I just love flowers. I've been doing a lot of watercolor and I just
Oh.
love it.
Oh, I love watercolor.
But it's so hard to draw the flowers.
Yeah. Yeah, it's learning to break them up, break them down. Yeah, if you have ooh, this is huge. If you have a picture of a flower, submit it, then that really helps. All right, so we'll do what we can. We've got an hour. We'll see. It's 8:15 now. We'll do the best we can here to come up with something. This one has shading. It has you know, it's kind of a little sketchy. We'll see. I'm gonna break this into fourths. That always helps. There we go. So there's our fourths. I can see. Oops, where's a fourth? Right there, and then down there. Oops. All right, here we go. Let me see.
How do I add like a picture?
Oh, how do you add a picture? Oh, good question. Hold on 1 second. You can add it in the chat, or you can add it in the meetup. But I think the chat's probably best right now. So you can go to the chat and try to add it there. All right, here we go. Here's the and this is broken down, I think, into fourths. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. This one probably needs to be moved over slightly. I can do that. Yeah, it just disappeared on me. Maybe a little more. There we go. That's good. That's good. All right, so we broke this down into fourths. There's a little bit of perspective here. Quite complex drawing. Here we go. Enoch in the house. I see you. Welcome, welcome. Oh, here we go. Shelly's, there's a picture coming. Ah, there it is. I can see the, wow. Yeah, that's pretty complex. Yeah. Look at the ovals. Look at the, yeah, see, this is where you need to learn to see the parts in the whole, right? How all the parts in the whole kind of go. There's these oval shapes. Learning to
I
see.
love that, especially the little critter.
Yeah, the little critter. Yeah, all that detail is going to take some time to get in there, but yeah, that looks really cool. Here, let's see. All right, we got our elf from last year. Came up again. All right, one thing at a time. I wish I could draw. We can draw all night, but it is what it is. All right, here we go. Let's do this. I think we can break this down a little bit more. Yeah, because here this bowl shape is really interesting shape. Yeah, it's not quite a circle. It is pulled out a little bit, but the tops are kind of ovals. You see these oval shapes, that oval shape right in there. And that one. Let's copy paste it. And another oval shape. I don't think if I had to copy before. Well, that's working. There's that oval shape there. It's that same. It's just a different. It's a little bit smaller. If we put it next to each other, you can see it's smaller. You can see this here. This is the mass here is a square. It's about a square right in here. And then you've got this picture. and the shading. Shading is what's going to be really interesting here on this piece. You can see that oval in there. Here's another oval. It's tilted for that lemon in there. I think that's it. I think we're gonna sketch it out and then we're gonna shade it the best we can. We're gonna shade it the best we can. And then the flowers, we'll see what we can do. We'll see how much we can do. I'm gonna try to speed it up so we can do more drawing. See, that's the thing, it just takes time. It takes time. Thank you for joining us. All right, let's go. Let's copy paste. Here we go. There it is. All right. There you go. All right, there it is. It's in the chat. Let's do this. All right, here we go. Little elf. All right, so I'm going to break my paper down in fourths. Use the fourths. Try to get the middle, line down the middle, sketch, another line down the middle. This is just to block everything in, see where everything kind of goes. There's our fourths. And if you're having trouble, good grid drawing, you know, you can break down your squares into smaller squares. But for now, this is good just to get started. And I see right below the middle, right in here, that there's that square. So like it's almost like right dead center, this cup of this mug. And it's about a square space right in here. This square right in here. I'm just going to block everything in. I'm not making it really worrying about curves and just worrying about making where things fit. So there's the cup there. Behind here is this pitcher. It's a little higher up above the mug. This pitcher. So you try to get that mass in here. See this mass of that pitcher and how it overlaps or goes under that coffee mug. And then you have the top of it, which is a little bit above, and it looks like it's resting right on the middle. I see this middle line here on this side, and then on top of that is where it's kind of like resting. It's kind of like resting right in there. And if I break that in half, that kind of helps with the symmetry of this picture back here. So that picture's right in there. Then we've got a lemon. I think it's a lemon or orange or something. And I can draw that as a circle right now, even though it's sliced, but that it's about a circle in there, and then another circle underneath it. But I see the mass of it, and I can see how they overlap. See, just like that. There's a circle there, an oval. This is more of an oval shape. And then the table comes out right about there, right in that that part of that fruit shape, right in there. Then it comes out at an angle because of perspective. And I'm just going to follow this line all the way back here. This is the back of that table. See, I'm following it back in here, and then all the way back here, and then it comes out at an angle again on that side. And we got the bowl in here. I'm just gonna see, I'm just drawing an oval and then lifting the sides up. That's all it is, that oval, that bowl. Right about in there. Did I add it? Here we go. Let me see. Zoom users, we got a couple of Zoom users. Awesome. Thank you for joining us. All right. We're blocking out this still life. Still lifes are great. Great way to go. Great way to go, because you don't have to worry about it being perfect. It can be off, but it's good practice for proportions and placement and observing, seeing how everything fits. All right, we've got the oval right about here. I'm going to say that oval is right about there. We got this oval here too, that oval of this bowl, another bowl. We got this other fruit in here. It's kind of like a circle with a little pit. Lemon. I can probably make it a little bit bigger. I'm trying to see how it fits. I can't forget the handle for that mug. Maybe I need to make it a little bit thinner. See, I can adjust my shapes to so it fits right, because there's space between these two. So I can actually make it a little bit smaller, move this out a little bit more, or not care about this distance, because I know this is a little further apart. So I can make my adjustments if I need to. And make this a little further apart.
There was something I learned recently. I was watching a video on circles, and I would always use my stencil for the circle, but I realized that you can just put those 4 lines like a box and then connect them, making it round. I thought that was the coolest thing, because circles are so hard to make.
Yeah, they are.
Do you have any tricks for circles?
Yeah, the tricks that I have, let me see. There's a few. It depends on the circle. I just really just sketch. So if I'm doing to do a circle, I kind of like I'm gonna land a plane, and then I just kind of do it lightly, and then just slowly build up on it till I kind of almost even trace the circle, because I have so many circles in there. I can just trace the ones that I like and say, okay, this is the circle that I want. Yeah, drawing squares, drawing the axis lines helps too. So you can try to find the center and find and it's really just practicing that. You know, there's that, and then you have this oval here.
Then
Yeah,
you get that muscle memory for it, huh?
yeah, you do get that muscle memory. That muscle memory. So you just do it automatically. Like there's that oval. See, there's that oval. It's just, you know, that muscle memory. So yeah, it's just practice. Practice reflecting on what you did, and if it didn't come out perfect, that's okay. To say, oh, okay, I'm doing it to this, to that. The biggest things with ovals I get with students is they would draw hot dogs, which were like this, kind of like rounded. Or they do footballs like that. It's an oval is almost kind of always moving. So if you put the axis lines on it, it's always kind of like curving. It's always kind of like curving. even here kind of curves out. Don't be careful of the hot dogs. So it's kind of like curving. So that's those are the biggest challenge I see with students when they're trying to
That
draw
helps.
ovals. Yeah, I'm glad that
That's
helped.
helpful.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. Thanks for asking. See, that's what it's about.
You're nice.
All right.
I can't believe I haven't been coming every Thursday, right? Or no, Tuesday, right?
It's every
Tuesday?
Thursday. It's every Thursday, but we changed it because I'm going to be out this Thursday. Yeah, this week we changed it because I'm going to be out. All right, I kind of blocked everything out where I kind of liked where it's at. I know this vase kind of goes in and then it goes out. And then I know it has a handle on here, kind of fits right in here. See, right in here. And then there's that pitcher. There's that pitcher. There's this mug. It's probably, I'm going to make it thinner. It's definitely, there's more space in here. Making it thinner now. Make these adjustments. And even here, this bottom of the mug is an oval. That's why it's rounded. Even though I squared it out to get it started. But this is an oval here. I can actually, if I were to draw that oval in there, I'm just drawing the bottom half of that oval. If it was glass, then you'd see it behind there. And that's why it's important to practice drawing your forms. And this will bring all that in a little bit more and get that space that it needs. Yeah, because that needs more space in there. All right, that's looking good, Then this bowl has a base to it at the bottom. And it's also kind of like that roundedness too, that rounded oval shape. But you only get that bottom part, and then you get the sides. I'm going to zoom in on that bowl. We're going to focus on that bowl, but you can see how everything kind of is already placed where it needs to be. There is an angle here, the board, slight angle there. This one's almost straight up and down, right here where that is. Then another one over here, a slight angle. And all these lines would go to a vanishing point that's up pretty high. This whole table. The bottom of this table would probably be right about there. I'm looking at the spacing here. See that bottom of that table, right about there. And it's a plane going back in space. So you have these angles. See these angles? It's a plane going back in space. So there's that top of the table. The front of the table, this is the sides right here, straight up and down. Straight up and down. See, these angles are all really slight. And then you've got the front of the table right in here. Right in there, right in front of my scribbles. And then it just comes in, it's also straight up and down this side of the table. There it is. Shade all that in. There we go. All right, you Zoom users, I'm gonna zoom in on the different parts now. So you can kind of see it there. And you can start off light. I'm already kind of going dark here because I know this is going to be dark. Up here, it's actually light. It's really nice subtle shades and values. I'm not going to go over values. We're just kind of going to just do the best you can with kind of shading your values and knowing your values. I can see the darkest values probably right in here. And I'm just using an HB pencil. I'm not even using the whole range of H pencils and the B pencils. I'm just using one pencil and depends on how hard I press is how dark it's going to be. There's another shape right in here. The harder I press, the darker it is. This whole side right in front is dark. Getting a little bit of raspiness. Where's my blade I had here earlier? Here it is. Let's see if you can add some of this shade. And then you can, a lot of people use their fingers to blend and stuff, but it's really important to try to get to blend and shade with your pencil. There we go, that's better. This whole front part. And you can build your shading. You can build your shading. You don't have to, you can go there and then go a little bit darker and a little bit darker. And you can start off really light. Especially when you're first starting off, you're not going to get the values right away. Learning to see values. Most of the time people do it too light. Like there's the snowman picture. A lot of that's too dark. That's the opposite of what I usually see. I usually see things too light. But it's knowing how to see the values, knowing how to shade them where you want them. I'm not going to focus too much on that. I'm just going to go ahead and just draw. All right, so let's just do this. I'll do some shading. If you can get it, great. If not, it does take some time. So there's a fruit right in here. There's a fruit right in there. I'm going to get that bowl. Let's take a look at the original. There it is. Yeah, they're not really capturing the thickness of this bowl. This bowl does have a little bit of a thickness to it. The lip, I mean, when you start really observing how things are constructed, put together, it kind of does have the top kind of that would be seen right in there, kind of like that. And then you'd have the inside of that dark. And the inside of that, oh, there's another fruit right in here. Another fruit roll up. And then you have the lemon. Let me get rid of that. There we go. Yeah, so this lemon back here, this other fruit, you see the base, and then you see this probably comes out less. I can make this base bigger. I just made it a little bit bigger, and then you have this little bump for that lemon that kind of goes in there, and it's behind in there. And then the shading is really an interesting thing. The way the light is coming from the left. Yeah, I can see that light's definitely coming from the left. You can see it on the vase. But here on this, the light's coming here. And then learning to see the different shadows and all this other stuff. This is, I'm not going to go over this stuff. Yeah, as I have my course out, then, you know, I'm going to probably restrict these classes a little bit to people who have only seen the courses. And that way you can ask me questions about the course, and I would have you go through the course. And then we can add to the course, take off the course, you know, improve it. That's what I'd like to do, improve the course. So have everybody go through the course. It's going to be billed as the fastest way to learn to draw. Because if you're drawing at your pace and you're drawing at your level and you know what to focus on, your drawing should improve pretty quickly. But like right now, we're just like doing this hard drawing. This is already intermediate level. There's a little bit of a lip here. That same lip that I was kind of talking about. It's I don't know. They have it kind of going like that. And then it's dark on this side because the top is light and then this side is darker. And then it kind of comes out. There's a little bit of a coarse shadow right in there. And a little bit of reflected light because it gets lighter. But even though I'm still shading it, I can still shade this a little bit darker because it's all relative. You can't have dark without light. You can't have light without dark. So you kind of have to. Here's this bottom of the bowl. You can see that bowl kind of coming in. Yeah, this whole side, there's nothing to shading. And there you go. You can see this a little bit more. I'm going to pronounce this coarse shadow just a little bit more, a little darker. So it goes really like dark right in there. And then maybe I can soften it up a little bit, just soften it up. But that's that coarse shadow. And then you can see it get lighter on this side. That's like bounce light, reflected light. It makes it look more realistic. And then shade this whole bottom part too. Slightly underneath. And again, go darker here on this right side because I guess a little bit of a coarse shadow as well. A little bit of reflected light right there. See that little bit of a bounce light. I mean, this all comes with understanding and practice, and I wouldn't be talking about it now. So we're doing it. There you go. Yeah, this whole top of the table should be shaded as well. Zoom out. Yeah, you see that top of the shaded table. All right, that looks good. Let's do this mug. We're going left to right. It does swoop out. I am making it a little bit smaller than it is. There's the top, that oval shape at the top. And there we go. I'm happy with that shape. Again, the same thing that's happening in here. There's an inside oval. Even though you have this outside oval, there's an inner oval. This inner oval is the thickness of the cup. This is the thickness of the cup, just like the thickness of the bowl. You see this right in here. This is that thickness of that cup. And then you have the outside of this cup coming down in here. But because the mug is white, this little edge is kind of getting lost. But this right side is the shaded part. And let's just shade that down. I'm just hatching, really tight hatching, shading by going. There's a couple ways to shade. You can do hatch marks, or you can do really tight hash marks like this. This is really tight, just line work. That's how the original is done. I'm looking at the original. You can actually see the lines. The lines are kind of going in this direction, and you can build up your shading too, going in one direction and then the other direction. Nile, I just heard, was from one direction. Niall. Yeah, The Voice. Watched that last night. All right, here we go. I actually was at The Voice. The 25th season they recorded that one. Dan and Shay was there on the 25th season. We recorded that a few months ago, and they're not going to show it till like next year sometime. And they're on the 24th season now. They record ahead of time. Yeah.
So you're on TV or something?
I was in the recording studio, not the recording audience. I don't think they we were like up high. I don't think they showed us. They're gonna show us. But yeah, we were in the audience.
Oh, I thought you were saying that like you recorded for a TV show or something.
Yeah. We were in the audience. They recorded for the TV show for The Voice. But yeah, you probably won't see me because
I mean,
I'm
I
looking
thought you were in the show.
Oh no. Nah. I sing in the shower. That's the only place.
Drawing is so fun.
Yeah. Being creative is fun. Creating things, making things,
Yeah.
music. All right. Here we go with the handle. Let's get a handle on the handle because I think I drew the there's overlapping here. Get this shape of this handle kind of attach in itself. It's kind of like C shape. And really trying to get it to attach on there. That's a challenge. Wow, we got some hardcore heroes here tonight taking on this hard drawing. It's a tough one. Doing the best I can to break it down. And there's angles, there's this shape here is complex as it curves down. It's like the letter C. And then it's got definitely it's got this break that goes in. The top part of shade is light. And here, all this area here is dark. But this little top part right here, just this little bit of this top part gets lit up. Yeah, it's learning to see the lights and the darks and the blends, because it blends up in here. And then it gets light up here on this top part. And then I just do it without explaining it. Or I can do it pretty quickly. Oh no, he's gone. I don't know if he wanted to share. We had somebody that likes to share his work. He's gone. I didn't let him share. Shows up from Singapore, where it's like 10 in the morning. All right, there's that mug handle. And there's a lot of outline. I'm kind of like doing it more like a drawing than really really observing the shading and all that stuff, because it does go darker right in here, right at this base and this whole area in here as it lightens up as it comes out. Well, this top of the table shaded, and then this part of the table shaded a little bit darker, just building up your darks and your lights and what's lighter, what's darker. There we go, right in there. There we go. All right, here we go. Let's I think I'm happy with that mug. And the whole background is shaded. They just shaded it pretty quickly. It's got a slight shade to the whole thing. That's actually a really good practice, just to see how light you can just shade. Just get a really nice light, even, smooth shade back and forth. I'm holding the pencil at an angle. I'm not holding it up and down. If it's up and down, it really makes your shading not as smooth. You almost actually even break the pencil down as it's at an angle here, and pressing it really hard where it needs to go dark. So the tip of the pencil is flat. And as you shade over here, since it's flat, it's going to be smoother. And I'm having it at an angle flat, so your shading's going to be smoother. It should be at an angle. Yeah. So it makes that coffee pot pop to a little bit, just having a little bit of shade in the back. And all that shaded. All right, let's do the mug and the lemons. And there's I don't know, some kind of recipe or some kind of book on the table. I'm not going to worry about it. All right, here we go. The hardest part is probably the top. The top does have a little bit of a spout. It does squeeze in, even though I have my oval and it's centered there. It does kind of squeeze in and down. Squeeze in and down like that. See how I just really easily make it look too easy. And I hate that. It's just practice. It really is. It really is. It really just is practice. Seeing, practice drawing, making mistakes. Then you get there. Yeah, just let's see where it fits, overlaps that. There we go. That's it. There we go. You can see that top part. Let me make sure I see my chat just in case somebody has something. There we go. To say. See that back part is that rounded oval shape. Then it goes from dark to light. So this whole part in here is dark and it lightens up as it comes out. Gradient. Yeah, there's a little bit of a lip on the top. And then here's shading. The background, they really actually added some shade in this background part for contrast. Shading the background, this makes this pop. You can see just even this little bit of shading that I added makes that whole thing pop a little bit. A little bit of shade there. And then shade on this side. Yeah, and this is form. This is really gonna need to practice your drawing first. And you can practice your shading as well, but know that what's more important is the form and all this other stuff. The shading will come with time. And maybe you're ready for it now, but we skip it usually. We usually skip. We really focus on getting the drawing right first. All right, there's a little bit of a handle here. The handle on that form as it curves around. Goes in front and attaches itself to this form. See, I have the form there. So I can see this attach itself to this form. Right in there like that. Yeah, there's different shadings. I'm not going to worry about them. I'm just going to draw it out. Yeah, if we'd be here all night, I talked about all the shading and stuff. I'm just going to do it. Yeah, you do the best you can till you know better. And then when you know better, you'll do better. But yeah, you just do it. And the more you do it, the more you kind of like learn, like, oh, okay, wait a minute. Especially if you focus and learn to know what to focus on. Oh, we're going to focus on line. We're going to focus on line quality, or focus on shape. We're just going to focus on shape. We're going to focus on angles, the axis lines. Like here, this axis line of this lemon, even though I had that circle first, here's an oval that's the lemon cut in half. Right in there, kind of like that. That easy. Oops, let's get a little higher. Lemon. And then it's half a sphere. And we're getting into more than just shapes, we're getting into form. This is half a sphere, half a sphere, half a sphere, half a lump. Then it's broken down into a little spiral. I'm just gonna do that because that's kind of shaded on the inside. Yeah, it has the shadings on the inside. And this side is darker. It is some kind of citrus because it has that spiral on the inside. And then this one looks like a pear. Whatever this fruit is. With the stem that points down. There's a thickness to that stem. And then all this kind of is shaded inside of that. Yeah, this is where you need to see the shading of a sphere. And this is why the basic forms are important. Knowing how to shade them, knowing how to see where how the light hits them. So you can make your own changes if you want to change the light coming from somewhere else. And then the shadows. Down here would be like an oval shape. Well, this shadow area in here as well. This back in here is shadow. And the whole table too is slightly shaded. I know I make it look easy, but it is when you practice. I mean, that's the whole thing. Yeah, it's all relative. And you can't sing the blues till you pay your dues. Yeah, there's another coarse shadow in here, getting just a little darker, like right in here. Let's zoom out. Oh, we're just about there. Look at that. There's a little bit of a coarse shadow. I'm just seeing the values. I can squint my eyes and see, okay, this needs to go darker, this needs to go lighter. We're not going to go into that. This is about drawing, so that whole shading stuff does take time, and you build it up. And like all this down here, this table should be darker. Okay. A little bit of a quick shade in there. Yeah, see, I'm just hatching, making these lines, and I can build up these lines, make it darker and darker as I add more lines, different directions, or let's see. There we go. And look at that. Bam. Not too shabby. Those of you sticking it out, we got quite a few of you. That's awesome. 11 of you hanging in there. Awesome. Any questions, put them in the chat. You want me to repeat something, put in the chat. We've got one more drawing. I don't know. I'd love to do Ice Cube. We'll see. It's already gonna be 9. We'll definitely do oh, we got a flower to kind of get in, and the handicap is gonna have to wait. Let's see. I like this. Yeah, this has a lot of shading. The snowman. All right, thank you for joining us. Look forward to the next one. Yeah, it'll be a while. Look out for on Meetup. It'll be Thursday, not next week, but the week after. Yeah, Thursdays. We're here Thursdays. We're skipping next week. I'll be also at another concert. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, see where things are shaded. That's not too bad. Actually, that's still like, it's not too shabby. All right, let's do the yeah, I'll share my screen. I wasn't going to. I was going to just jump into it, but we'll do this one here. I'll annotate it. We'll just break it into fourths so you can see what it's going to look lower, just to break it down where things go. So we're going to break this into fourths. We can break it into smaller shapes, but it would take longer. We can break it into smaller. We would do a grid drawing. Let me see here. Right there. Yeah, that's the middle. And we just really want to get the placement of everything, where everything kind of goes. It's that line right there, right here at this point, across. There we go. There, it's broken into fourths. And that kind of helps with placement of everything, where everything kind of goes. If we can break this in half again, you can see like that half is where that kind of goes. That's the top of that little house. The snowman is about there. If I break this in half again, see, this is where we get into grid drawing. I'm drawing more of these, and I'm just eyeballing it. Ooh, where'd it go? There it is, right there. I'm just eyeballing it. I can break this down. Yeah, we're gonna I'm breaking this down even more shapes. There it is. I'm just eyeballing it. Right in there, those rectangles. And one more right in there. That's good. That might be a little bit to the right. See if I can move it to the left. Just a little bit. All right, I'll copy and paste this into the chat and then make it disappear. There it is. I don't know. That's close enough. It's probably should go a little more to the left. No, that's good. That's good enough. Good enough. Oh, something in the chat. My December is pretty busy. Might be January next time. Oh, okay. I can hang out, but have a good night. All right, good night. You're welcome. And yeah, we'll be here. We'll be here in January. I'm hoping to have my my course up and running. I've been doing writing and planning and all that stuff. It's just haven't been recording. All right, let's do the screenshot. There. And then shout out to the artist. I'm not sure who this artist is, but it's great. All right, let's do this. Let's do this last drawing of the night, I think. Oh, we still have a flower. Oh, let's see where the flower is. Yeah, that whole flower thing is going to be. Oh, where did it go? Is she still here? Are you still here? Shelly? Was it Shelly? Oh, yeah, you are. I see you. Okay, let me see if I can get that flower here. See how we can work it in. Oh, okay. I'll do a quick thing on the flowers, and then we'll do the snow scene. So let me see where my flowers go. Oh, there they are. I see them right there. There we are. Let me put them on screen over here. Here we go. Yeah, the thing with these flowers, I'll just do a quick thing on these flowers. I'm not gonna do them on the snow piece. I'm gonna do it separately. We'll just do just a quick thing. What you want to look for is the big shapes and the little shapes. So here you see these big shapes, and I can't do an oval. It's twisted. You can see the circle, these big shapes here. There's one, and here is an oval. It's an oval, but it's slanted. I wish I could turn this, but I can't. It only goes this way or that way. But it is like an oval about like that, and it's slanted in that direction. This one's probably a little bit better. This one, you can see that fit right in there like that. Even though it's cut off on the top, you can see that. And you can see how these shapes kind of relate to each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you would have this would be kind of like at this angle there, right? That angle. And then you break it up into those parts. You break it up into those parts. So let's see. I'll just draw. Yeah, well, let's see what we can do.
Can you draw the one with the little mouse on top of the leaf? How do I could
The
draw
mouse
that?
one? Yeah, the mouse has a lot of
Yeah.
little detail. Let me see. I'll sketch it out real quick. Let's see. It'll be really quick. So I don't know if hopefully it can help, but I'll put it in the chat. Let me see. Let's see. I'll just sketch this one out really quick before we. Oh yeah, I'm looking for the screenshot. There we go. Put that in there. Capture. Paste. Yeah, I'll do this one really quick. And it'll be like a quick exercise almost. All right, here we go. So let's. Where did it go? Where's my chat? Yeah, so this will be really quick, and then we'll do the. We'll spend a little more time on the snow one. It's already 9 o'clock. Let's see. Nice wine bottle there, Wendy. Wine bottle drawing, I think it is. All right. Okay. Ooh, Eve Adamson. Oh, there you go. I don't know what I'm looking at. I'm looking for my chat. So I'm looking. All right. There it is. Okay, now I got it. Okay, so I'm going to do this really fast. And it's, oh, there we go. All right, let's see how fast I do this. I'm going to use a grease pencil, actually. This grease pencil is one of my favorites. I kind of use this a lot in one of my classes that I did. All right, so here we go. Here's the circle shape for one flower, and that's one. And then the other one that's right next to it is coming around. It's a little bit bigger. I'm trying to see how they fit, you see, but this one's definitely a circle. That one is that kind of shape there. And then we've got the mouse. It's kind of like right in here. And then I've got this other, yes, definitely this other one. It's like right in there. See, I kind of already just like really quickly blocked it in. The other mouse is right about here. They're kind of looking at each other, the head and that stem kind of goes in there. And there you go. That's it. Good night. I'm just kidding. So we have, there's a lot of detail, but you see, I'm not worried about the detail. I'm seeing these big shapes and blocking everything in. I see this axis line right in there. See all that really is it is. And then here now it's just breaking it apart and seeing okay, there's going to be one petal there, another petal over here, another petal right in here. I'm just kind of blocking things in. Petal there, and then another petal here, right? And then another petal here, another petal there, and then another petal there. And those are all the petals. Without counting them, I'm just seeing where they're at. And then now I can actually start getting some of this detail. And there's a lot of detail I would get into. But you see, it's on that, it's constructed on that circle. And that's what gives it that form. I'll zoom in, because I am doing it pretty quick. And then, oh, there's a lot of little detail. This petal has all kinds of detail in here. And the way it shapes and forms, and then all the little circles in here. Let's see how, but if I took my time and, you know, I can shoot for accuracy, but this just gives you an idea of how I would do it. And you can see it kind of like all coming together already. Yeah, you see that? Just all these little right in there. But because I saw that structure, it really helps just getting it to feel solid. Yeah, you want to make your drawing solid drawing. And then the little mouse, it's a whole other, bring them up a little bit. Be in here, and that's all other detail, anatomy, and all kinds of other stuff happening. Wouldn't have time to get into, but where things kind of go and how things kind of are, and all this hands and stuff. His back leg, his tail, the way it kind of wraps around the stem, that petal, this other little mouse. Yeah, I'm going pretty fast. Or I feel I am anyways.
I'm still learning.
Yeah.
I see the way you did the little the shape of the head. You made like a triangle, and I'm like, wow, because I was trying to draw that mouse and it was not working out.
Yeah.
But it was really hard. But I can see that you make that triangle and that helps make the form. That's cool.
Yeah.
Just watching you do it, I'm learning.
Great. Yeah, there it is. There's that other flower. And then that other little mouse in there. And then here, and that's it. This is it. There's another petal here, another petal, maybe there's probably two petals there. And this one's twisted. There's this twisted petal, another petal twisted in there.
Oh my. You make it look so 3D. It's really not hard. It seems so hard in my mind to make like these folded leaves. I want to make folded leaves so it looks 3D, and I want to put like water droplets. But
Oh,
drawing
wow.
it,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's doable. What makes this 3D too is because we know this is straight looking at us, and here this is an oval, right? This flower here is an oval shape, so that really makes that like that. All right, well there it is. Let's do the.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Let's do the snow scene and call it a night. So here we go. Here's our snow scene. We're gonna break it into fourths, and then we're gonna break those fourths in half again. So just eyeball it. We're gonna get in half here. And then half again. Yeah, try to post pictures in the in the meetup. That will help. Or have pictures ready at the beginning of the class, and then we can kind of set them in. Because yeah, I try to fit everything in and try to get everything from. And what helps is with the meetup is when you post them there, I can put them in order from simple to more complex.
Can I ask you a favor? I was about to take a screenshot of that flower that you drew because I wanted to try to imitate it later. Could you? Yeah, thank you. Hang on. Almost. It's not
Hold on,
screenshot.
let me
Okay,
zoom
there,
out.
I got it.
Oh, you did. I was gonna zoom out a little bit.
Okay, hang on. Okay, got it. Thank
All right,
you.
great, you're welcome. All right, let's go back. There it is. All right, so I broke my paper into fourths, and then I'm dividing that in half again, and then in half again this way. And this is just to get everything blocked out. And then we broke that into half again. And then in half again. There we go. So we've got 16 rectangles. They're not squares, they're rectangles. But this is just to get where everything's kind of go. 16 rectangles. All right, here we go. Let's wreck this. Rectangles. All right, so we've got a triangle that's right in here. And this has a lot of detail, it really does. There's a lot happening. There's a triangle that just, I'm going to try to keep it as simple as possible. And then that kind of goes there. And then the roof here blocks in, comes out almost, yeah, it comes out that far. This angle here and this angle here should be pretty close to being similar. This one here and this one there. Then you've got the top, which is just right below that that line, that quarter line. And then here's the top of that roof, the white edge on this side, right there. So there's the roof, kind of going there in that spot. That's where it fits. Yeah, the hardest part is getting the size and getting everything to fit and where it goes. These squares really help a lot, bringing something down into quadrants or even more. If you really want to shoot for accuracy, you can actually do this with a ruler and get it square by square. But if you just, accuracy doesn't count, it doesn't matter that much. You can do something really quickly, even just into fourths. Or we can actually break these down even more if you really wanted to make it more accurate. But I would then start using a ruler, because this just blocks things in. There is a, what is this, patio, or I don't know what that is. Just getting these angles, watching my angles, noticing these angles. This is a plane. The top and the bottom are horizontal, and then these two sides are at an angle. And then there's all kinds of stuff happening here. There's like 4 different pillars, posts, columns, holding that up. And then all this other detail. There's like a fence in here and stuff. I'm not going to worry about all that stuff. There's a lot of detail. That's where you're going to eat up your time, getting all that detail in there. So I'm not going to worry about that. There is a tree back here, and I can see the tree shape. So this is what's the important part. We're going to like cut into here, this little corner here, and it's a circle. It really is a circle about right in here, right in there. And that kind of really helps get that, try to see that big shape. and being able to go back and forth, seeing that big shape, then seeing the branches and seeing all the other parts and how they, being able to go back and forth. Yeah, when I explain it in a video, it'll be easier because then I can show you like with a dial, being able to go back and forth. We've got a snowbank that cuts in through here, probably cuts in through here a little bit, and then comes down here, cuts back here into this square, and here this angle cuts into here, and then cuts back down into this, probably down to the middle of this one right here, this middle. See it kind of zigzag through, and then here it comes there, and it's zigzagging through again back that way, kind of like right in there. I am simplifying it, but so you can kind of see where it kind of goes. Just get there, it is. And then we have a post right in here. This post comes up in here. It's pretty high. The mailbox on a post. And this is a cube. This is a cube in space. You can see these two lines because it's up at an angle. And then you've got this angle here. These two lines are parallel. They're going in the same direction. This line here going in that direction. And then you've got this coming down. And this is kind of almost perpendicular to those two lines because it's at an angle. That mailbox is twisted. Is it the weight of the snow or whatever? And then it's got the snow on top. It's kind of like wavy here, and then it loops over right in there. Then you've got the little handle, a little flag at an angle there. Probably, yeah, it probably goes up more, but it's all right. You can kind of see it. You got the post coming out at an angle. That's why this whole thing is kind of shifted. This thing should kind of go with the same, almost parallel with these lines here, these three. That one, 1, 2, 3, that angle. This post should kind of be going at that angle as well. And then you've got one side shaded. The whole shading on this is really interesting. I mean, I think it's a little dark in some areas, but it's pretty cool. And there's the mailbox, a little snowbank in here, kind of coming up in there. Curves and swerves. All right, so there's that tree. I still need to put those branches in there. I'm just going to block everything out and then come back and detail it out. And it's good just to get everything, see how it fits. Here's a tree, a pine, and then there's another tree or stuff in here. And then on this side is where that snowman is. It doesn't go all the way to the top of this line. It's a little bit lower, but almost, so just a little slightly lower. And then you've got the head, the body or the torso, and then right below that, really big, not all the way, not to this line, up a little higher, is that pelvis, or I don't know, body. It would probably be the pelvis. And this is the torso. And that's the head. You can probably, the way it's attached and all that other stuff can be played with. But everything's kind of blocked in. That's it. That's pretty much it. That's where everything kind of goes. All right, that's where everything goes. It's all kind of blocked in. Let's get that hat in there. There's that curve. That's part of an oval. You don't see the whole oval, but it would be underneath because we're looking up at it. You don't see that side of that oval. All right, here we go. So let's start breaking it down. We're going to start with the tree and then just work our way left to right. Oh, you're welcome. All right, you're welcome, people. A totally exhausted, busy day. I'll be back as soon as possible. Thanks for joining us. I know we're going to be off for a couple weeks, so watch out for the videos. I don't know, I might post videos We'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't know. I don't know. There's so much stuff in the air right now. We'll go from left to right. I'll draw pretty quickly. Thank you for joining us. So this this tree, there's like a V right in the middle. And then big branch on this side, big branch on this side. And I know I have that structure where that there's a slight angle. I have a structure of that circle. There's a slight angle on this whole trunk itself. You see that angle? And then I'm shaded in, going darker. Yeah, it's got a lot of shade. Yeah, I'm just drawing it out really quickly, sketching it out. Those are the main trunk, and then you got the main branches, which are pretty thick. These 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. This one's pretty thick. It comes up and at them. And then we've got another breakup in here, like I'm doing this really light just to sketch it in. Oops, bring it down so you can see what I'm doing. That in there, and then another up in here, I think right in there, with other smaller branches kind of branching out. But you see they fit in that circle, so we don't go beyond those lines, and just keep it in there and still keep that feel of that circle without worrying about it, because it's there. Practice, practice, practice. All right, I'm happy with that one. And then there's a lot of shading and stuff back here. Let me see, I'm going to shade that. So the back of this house, and then there's this like whole bank, the top of that bank that goes in here. A little bit of ups and downs, little bumps here and there as it comes up. It does kind of go up at a slight angle. Then right at that edge, it's dark. Right at this edge, it's dark. Right at this whole edge, it's almost as dark. See, almost as dark as that. I haven't switched pencils. I just changed my how dark I'm shading, and actually has like, it looks like it has like a little bit of a highlight there, and it goes darker. They go really dark with some of this shading to produce some really high contrast. I'm not crazy about it. It's okay. It's not bad, but I wouldn't like you can see here, I do it lighter. And then all this shape can be shaded even on top. If I want to go darker, I can go darker. But there's this whole range of like trees that are in here. And it looks like they got like a charcoal or something, because it's really flat, really smooth. All the shading in here, it's probably done with charcoal. And I can go darker if I wanted to build my darkness in here, this whole edge darker, and then bring it out. But that whole outside is dark. This back part dark. I can go darker and then lighten it up as I bring it over to this tree, so I don't want to lose that contrast. Then here, there's snow on here, so it goes up and down. And then there's 3 windows on this here chimney. Again, that shading, you can't have light without dark, so we need this dark area to make that roof. The roof light is on fire. All right, here we go. I lost my tree back here a little bit. And it's not a triangle. Well, it's in a triangle shape, but now that I'm doing it, I can see the detail in here. But it's still in that triangle shape. But the different branches. There we go. And this whole side shaded. The windows, which are light. I'm just going to do the middle one. And then the two on the side. A little bit of perspective. This is a little off center. Actually, more perspective than in that drawing. But see, this is shaded around it. I'm going a little fast, so if you need to pause and you're watching the video, which will be up tomorrow, feel free to pause for the cause. Pause cause I'm going too fast. There's little shades. I mean, there's little shades of the shading. I'm just kind of doing it really quickly because I can bring this darkness here a little bit more right at this edge. And then as I'm bringing it up, lighten it up so it's darker as it is right at that edge. And as it comes up, it lightens up. And all this is, oh, looks like there's a kind of light inside there. So I'm going to do it top dark, bottom dark, and then keep that little edge in there. I don't know what it is, table or something, catching some light in there. And yeah, there's a little bit of a fencing that goes around. I'm just gonna put little vertical lines in there, just like a fence. Yeah, I'm missing a lot of the detail. I'm going really quick, and yeah, because I think there's like 3 windows in here too on this side. 1, 2, and 3. Dark. Probably can go darker. But yeah, you see it coming together. And here we go with the mailbox. And the snow too. There's shades and stuff here and there. And there's that mailbox. What I don't like about the mailbox is it's all flat shaded. It's all like flat shaded. What I mean by that is this. It's all like almost like shaded all flat like this. It's all flat. What you need to do is think about where the light's coming from and make one side lighter and one side darker. It looks like the light's coming from the left. So this box on the right should be darker, especially right at that edge. And if you want to bring it light again, you can. It doesn't have to be. But this really helps push this mailbox back. Right, instead of just doing, oh, it's got interesting shading on it. Yeah, the light is definitely coming from the left. From the left, from the left. And this bank has a thickness shade to it. Yeah, all this shading and other stuff happening. Oops. I just did that. And then, oh, heart shade in here. All these little fangs. Even here coming up and over. Yeah, right in there. Right in there. Let's see. All right, let's zoom out and see what it looks like. There, it's coming along, coming along. How many people still hanging in there? All right, 6 of you. This will be our last drawing. Almost there, halfway there. Halfway there. I know, it's exhausting. And these little banks on this whole road. Yeah, it's a road. I was gonna say it's a stream, but it's not. It is a road that was it's shaded a little darker. They've got, it does curve around up in here. There's another little bank up in here. Little bank. And then this whole road is dark. I'm shading the road really quickly. And there's lights and darks and melted snow and other stuff I'm kind of missing. But I'm just doing it really quick. So we'll finish. No, I don't know. It's, yeah, feel free to, spend as much time as you need to on these drawings. If you need to, continue afterwards. We had somebody that would do that. I haven't seen her in a while. Yeah, once we get back next year into the groove of things. Yeah, we're going to take some breaks. There's these little banks of snow. I'm kind of like, I flatten it out, but there's like these rolls that I can start putting them in, but they kind of like, yeah, they kind of like go in here. These mounds, these little mounds of snow that kind of like back and forth, and what's happening in here is it comes like it's like, yeah, and then one side is shaded slightly right to that edge. Right to that edge. Yeah, there's a lot going on here as far as the shading, which I'm not getting to. It's mostly just the drawing. Do the best you can with the shading. I mean, there's all this bank has a shade in it. All right, let's draw these trees and the snowman, and we're out of here. Call it a night. Let's see, here we go. Try to get the branches on this pine tree back here. This one's a like an interesting point of action, point of interest. Then this top of this bank back in here, right into the snowman. Snowman. Snow person. Don't want to offend anybody. There we go. Not a person. Snow person. Snow labels. Labels. There we go. And it does go dark to light. So right at the edge, this is dark. And then as it comes up with all the branches and there's like textures and stuff like that, but it goes light as it gets higher. It does go lighter as it gets higher. All right. And I'll work on this. There's a thickness to his hat right in there. And then there's the ribbon, or what is that? The I'm sure it has a name. The brim of that hat, that part. This is the dark part, and even though this is lighter, we can just shade it lighter. I'm just using the same pencil, just depends on how hard I'm pressing. This background is darker, so I'm cleaning that up. Let's zoom in. Finish this up. There we go. All right, now the snow person. We got the eyes, two coal eyes. There's 1, 2, a little bit of highlights. It looks like there's a carrot. Bring a carrot nose there. And then the mouth. 1 there, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, the size, the distance, all that stuff will make differences in your drawing and how your snowman looks. So don't get discouraged if it doesn't look like mine. It's just those are a lot of little variables that you need to practice looking for, especially when you're drawing faces, because anything that's off, it'll show. Now what's happening here, this is important, is this the head is round, but then it's overlapping the body. So we got to make sure the body kind of is attached. I'm going to exaggerate a little bit. It's underneath. See, here's the head and then the body underneath the torso. Yeah, because they're not really doing it. The torso, it depends on what you're looking at. Well, this, I'm assuming that eye level's up in here, so we are kind of looking down. I'm going to assume the eye level is there, even with the snowbanks. The eye level should be maybe right in here. So we're looking, this part right here, we're looking down on it. So this is down. So the overlapping would be going over. Yeah, like that. There we go. That's a little more real. Bring this bank up. And then the shading of this, we got some buttons. 1, 2, and 3. And then shading again, shading your forms, understanding shading forms. Look that up, research it, shading forms. And then that'll help with this because that's what I'm doing here. I'm just shading this form as light would come from the left. All this would be in shade right in there. Then we got the arms. One coming up this way. With a couple branches, like fingers or I don't know, hands. All right, 'tis the season. I'm seeing Christmas lights or lights, festive lights. Here we go. Other hand. 1, 2, and 3. Fingers like that, I guess. Get this to continue in the background. All right, I think that's it. I mean, there's more we can get into as far as shading and detail and getting it more accurate, but yeah, I mean that actually is not too shabby. Happy holidays, everybody. Gonna wish you a good night. Thank you for joining us, you 5 hardcore heroes. We've got Annie, Ellen.
Thanks, Eladio.
You're welcome. And Zoom user number 55559. Just joking.
Happy holidays too.
Happy
Oh.
holidays.
Happy holidays.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. All right. Good night, everybody.